I had us muted for a second.
Great.
I was so nervous. Okay. We're live. We should be at least. You know, if we're not, then like fuck. I fucked up
Go
again.
through this every time, and by every time we mean
The past 2 times?
the past 2 times, which is only sense.
Well, you know, I can't really I have a limited view of what I can see because like we said this last night. We were doing a test and we were saying this is a patchwork of tech stuff where it's just held on by duct tape and glue.
Oh yeah, we were talking about if we were trying to sew something. We had a needle and thread and we were trying to just stitch this whole thing with us stitching. The seams would be horrendous to look at.
It's behind the
there
curtain.
would be holes.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
No. It's not. We're learning curve.
This is true. Anyway, we're back.
We're back.
We're back for a new week.
Where did we go again?
Well, we went away for a week because, you know, we had life. That's all. You have Frozen, but that's okay. That might be on my end. I just got a thing saying that my internet connection is unstable that I'm sure everybody can see. It is pouring rain outside, so I apologize if there's any delays or my Wi-Fi goes out.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw indeed.
Yes. Well, you know, here we are. Oh, we get the cute unstable on our
show. On your side too.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
This is what happens when you just want to hang out with your best friend on a stream, and the barrier to doing anything is just the internet. That's all. It's just the internet.
Yep. And we're not techies. We are nope.
You have to be tech. Okay. Who knows what we have to be? We don't have to be anything. We can do whatever.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, we can get into it. You want to get into it?
I want to get into it. What are we doing tonight, Claire?
Well, first off, hello and welcome. If you have not been introduced to us yet, I'm Claire.
And I'm Kaylee.
And this is our podcast, anddragons. And we're gonna walk through making a character tonight, a D&D character. It's gonna be a level 3 character. And
we do it at level 3 because that's when you get most of your cool stuff.
Yeah.
So that we can build a well-rounded character based on all that cool stuff that you get. But we're gonna go through that later.
So yeah, we'll be like walking through and kind of teaching as we go what stuff means as it comes up, and as you have questions, we do have some short disclaimers that we just like to blow through every time just to make sure we're all on the same page.
And so nobody sues us.
Yeah. Which. Of course they're gonna, because I mean we're really cool. So
I know we have like this big internet presence. So yeah, obviously.
Clearly. But I'm just gonna run through those real quick. First off, Wizards of the Coast is the company that like publishes and makes all D&D Dungeons and Dragons content. We're not affiliated with them, not even a little bit. We use all their stuff and we think it's great and it's cool and it's wonderful, more or less. But we are not affiliated with them. So just that one. Also, this is a D&D podcast, so fantasy themes, Some of them might land on the heavier and occasionally more traumatic side because we are going to be story building. And a lot of, they don't have to be, but a lot of character stories are a little bit more traumatic or something more shocking has happened. So just be warned. If you need to head out, that's fine.
Sorry, could you hear
Yeah.
that thunder that was going on in the background? Like, it was a long thunder strike. And it was really surprising, and I kept waiting for it to end, and it didn't, and I wasn't sure if it was being picked up on the microphone because it was really loud. So I don't know, maybe we'll get some thunderstorm ambiance in the background of this.
I thought I heard thunder in my end, and it's not raining here.
Whoa.
I don't think it was thunder.
Damn.
Also, we are two 23-year-olds.
Nobody likes you when you're 23.
And so, because of that, we might curse. That's not why. That's
well, no, we're 23, so we have 23-year-old language.
Brain.
Yeah. Brain,
so just,
language,
humor. Be
humor.
warned.
Yes.
Also, this is probably the most important one, is that we ask you to be kind and respectful to each other in the comments. Please. And to check out the rules on our About page. If you aren't kind and respectful, then we will deal with that accordingly, but we want this to be a safe space, safe community. So engage as you feel comfortable and don't make other people feel uncomfortable, because that's not cool. So, yes.
Yeah.
Welcome.
We're
happy to have you here.
Having fun here.
We truly, yeah, we're having fun. We truly want more friends. Yes. That is the secret. That's why we're doing this, for more
D&D nerd friends who can be weird and nerdy with us.
Yeah, because it's cool to have whatever interests you want, and ours is D&D. So here we are, teaching about D&D and stuff.
So many things.
Cool. Well, if you haven't watched either of our other episodes, just a quick overview of what we did. We rolled and got a really... Oh, that's the other thing. We're not making any decisions today or ever, because those are difficult and we don't like to. So we're going to use the little clicky-clack math rocks you get with D&D, which there are 7 of them. If you've just gotten for your first dice set, or you've never played D&D and you're interested, there are 7 dice. They go from, there's a 4-sided, 6-sided, 8-sided, 2 10-sided dice, a 12-sided one, and a 20-sided one. So that's what all of those you will use probably if you play, but we'll be using a variety of them tonight, and we'll show you as we have them pop up and whatnot.
Because we are going to be rolling on these fun tables that we put together that are going to tell us what our race, our background, our I forgot everything. Our class.
Race, background, class, subclass, subrace.
The first letter of our name.
The first letter of our name.
You know, I wanted that really badly. I did initially, when I made the alphabet table, so the alphabet table is, like, numbered so that, like, in a way that, like, letters that are more commonly used are, like, have a better percentile, right? So I was like, you know what I can do with this? I can just roll for a full ass name. So I rolled on a D20 to see how many letters the name was going to be, and it was 12. And so then I just rolled 12 letters and made a word, and it was so bad. So we're not doing that. We're going to do just the first letter.
Okay. Yes. That's good to know. I'm glad that we are on the same page.
Yes, I just wanted to share it because I did attempt to make it so that we rolled for the dead ass name. But it didn't work. So
cool.
But in our system we get fun names like Quilliam and Ibbot, so
yeah. You guys can give us name suggestions, which, speaking of names, actually, before we jump into stuff, if you notice, we're called anddragons, and that means that there's a dragon.
There is a dragon.
There's a dragon in our logo.
Wow.
And it's very cute. It's a very cute dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been trying to find a name for this dragon. We have a bunch of names.
A ton of people online on our Twitter and our Instagram gave suggestions for names, and during our stream last week, I think we got some more. So we have a fun list of a ton of names, and I think what we're gonna do is put a poll out.
Well, we have to narrow it to like 4 choices.
Okay.
We have so many.
We have so many. Wait, let me count. 6, 7, 18, 19. We have 19 names.
19. So because we didn't want the even 20, I already took one name out.
Sure.
I did take one name out. But that's 19. There's so many. So I guess do we want to say them all out loud? Do you want me to put them in the chat?
What So I'll read them out, and if any stick out to people in chat, write it in there, and that can be multiple of them, and the top 4 we'll put to a vote on our Twitter page. Yeah?
And if you guys can't decide, or maybe people don't show up at first, I know we got 3 people hanging out with us. Hey, what's up?
Let's
Love
go.
Y'all. But just, yeah, we'll go through them now, and then maybe we'll go through them again in the middle, like after our little break.
Yeah.
And we can see if we have a little consensus from y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, go ahead, McKaylee. Name off those sweet names.
So our names for our dragon are Andy, Delilah, Zinnia, Scabosia. It's the name of a flower.
Yeah, it's a flower.
Which
very pretty.
Yeah, really cute. Daisy, T, Leaf, Lewis, Rory, which is like roar, and then with a Y, Rory, Nugget, Dewdrop, Topaz, Tora, Flora, Sydney, Fern, Tulip, Petrie, and Sandbasti.
They're all very cute.
They're all very cute. So if any stuck out to you guys, send it in the chat. We'll figure out during break if we need to change our system, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah. Since you guys are here, we want you guys to have like the first deciding factor on how
first stab at it.
Yeah, y'all have the first stab at what the name should be. So, which thanks y'all for coming and hanging out with us. We're really excited.
Yeah.
Always glad to hang out with people, because we're lonely.
Not quite.
I see a limited number of people in my daily life. Most of them are on the computer.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, I'm always here for new people. New friends!
Yeah.
I think that's all in the dragon name for now.
Yeah, and we'll revisit that. But I guess we can jump in. Does that sound good, McKaylee?
I'm so excited. I've been thinking about this all day. I'm so excited to see what we make. Yeah. Should we transition into our...
Yeah, let's go ahead and transition.
Okay, Claire, you ready for the theme music?
Yeah.
We gotta do it. Okay. So we're
What
gonna
is
have
it?
music on there one day, but right now the music isn't working, so we're making it.
Yep. I was gonna say, why does it sound like we were like the human version of a cat being strangled? That's what my brain said.
What?
Oh man, this is I don't know. It just we were off key, we were off beat, like we weren't in sync. There was no synergy between us. You know what I mean? Like
It's really hard when we're over Zoom, and I'm pretty sure there's a delay on my end. So,
oh no.
because I think I say things and then um.
Oh my gosh. Great. Just
So
phenomenal. Yeah, okay. So we're on a new page. We're in a new world. We're jumping in.
we've got our character cheat.
Yeah, if you haven't been here before, we you when you make a character on Dungeons and Dragons, you know, you do a thing on some paper, and that piece of paper is called the character sheet. It doesn't look like the one that we have here. This is like doesn't have all the information on it.
Because it has a lot of information on it.
It has a lot of information on it, and we want to break it down a little bit slower.
Throw those boxes.
So if you've played D&D before, this might be review time, but I still don't know what some things are, and I've only recently learned what they are. Preparation for this. So, just a quick overview. This banner has got super fun blanks on it, which we'll get into. But the big confusing thing on this page, I would say, is the 6 bubbles, if you will.
Yes.
Why don't you tell us about those, McKaylee?
I can tell us about those. So, those bubbles are the ability scores, which are the stats. Half are physical, half are mental. They help us figure out basically how good our character is at everything. So strength measures your muscle and physical power. Dexterity is agility and accuracy. So that's if you're stealthy and dodgy and stuff. Which our past 2 characters that we've made on this stream have both been really good at dexterity because they were both rogues.
We're making a rogue army against all of this is.
If we roll a rogue again this week, I will make you reroll. I am saying that now.
Oh, all right.
We're done with rogues for a little while at least.
I mean, what would be odd that I would roll on both times? But
God, if you roll another 10. Okay. Constitution is it's your measure of physical resilience. So that's your immune system, kind of. So that's going to give you your hit points. Intelligence is your problem solving and ability to wield certain magic, like wizards and stuff who learn things. Wisdom is a little different, where it's your common sense and spirituality. Yes.
We say words sometimes.
I know how to say words.
Yeah.
It's not like I do that for fun. Anyway, charisma is what we're attempting to have right now. It's
is that what this is?
It's your social skills and sometimes your physical appearance, which goes into intimidation and stuff. Because you can be really scary looking, and then it can give you high charisma.
Yeah, and with that, McKaylee mentioned the intimidation. You'll see that there are skills listed under each of these ability scores. Those are just specified versions that derive from the
yeah. No, because you can be really smart, and so you have a high intelligence, but you can be better at history, knowing history, than you know nature stuff. So this will split it up into this individual stuff.
right.
Yeah. So we're gonna figure out
Yeah.
what our new character is gonna be good at. But first,
Yeah, and also
so
just
excited.
we're not gonna put numbers in those little bubbles. We'll get numbers in them later, but you don't have to worry about them right now. Just in case you were staring at them and thinking about them and wondering why we weren't writing anything in them, that's why. We'll get to it later. But first things first, McKaylee. What is it? What is the one?
Okay, so first we are rolling for our race. So get a D100. So for this, I've pulled together information from almost I say almost because I'm not sure if I'm missing any, but almost all of the published D&D material. So this has stuff from Xanthers, from Zolo's Guide to Monsters, from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, from the General Player's Handbook. So we can get pretty much anything.
Ready?
I'm ready.
48.
Okay. Claire, you're gonna be so happy.
Why?
It's a kobold.
You guys. My most recent D&D character is a kobold.
What's her name? You gotta share these information, Claire. Come on.
Her name is Neve, and she is so badass. She's a monk, and I'm so excited. I don't want to talk about her forever, but she's very cute. She's very cool. She's like, she'd punch you in the face if you were being rude, because she doesn't stand for that. She's so good. I love her so much. Oh my gosh. I'm really excited, Mackenzie.
Yes.
Has anyone else ever played a kobold or thought about playing one? They're like small dragon type.
Yeah, I can sum up. It has it written out. Oh no, it doesn't. Wow, this is some bullshit.
They're like reptilian humanoids.
But they're small.
Generally, like, if you're gonna go with the lore, it's like they serve dragons and stuff, and they're like, that's the lore though. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
D&D has all of that stuff, but you can say, I see that stuff. I don't want to use it.
Mm-hmm. Which, you know, also you can be like, oh, that's cool that this is happening in my Dungeon Master's world, but maybe I want my character to be the exception, and it's different for some reason.
Marshall, we are not going to have another kobold rogue.
We will not. If you roll a 10, I'm making you re-roll it. I swear.
But I mean, a rogue and a kobold would be pretty cool.
It would be really cool because the first thing is that your dexterity increases by 2.
Aw, man.
So that would make sense for you to be a rogue because rogues are good at dexterity. And so are kobolds, apparently.
It's true.
So, about kobolds, to get our information in and also the stuff that you need to write down on our character sheet, they reach adulthood at 6. So they can be little babies and still be adults. And then they live up to 120 years. So it says that they tend to be evil because they're selfish creatures, fundamentally. But they tend towards the law because they suck at strength, and so they rely on the strength of their group. So they're pretty lawful. But we'll see. We're going to roll for that. So we'll see if our kobold will follow that. The size is between 2 and 3 feet. Weighing 25 to 35 pounds. So your size is small.
With my kobold, there was we had to jump over something, and she couldn't have jumped over the ditch thing that we had. So when you have a really small character like a kobold, sometimes they can climb on someone's back, and maybe the taller person can jump.
Like her tall barbarian friend. I play a barbarian in that campaign too.
Yep, McKaylee always plays barbarian.
Because you get to rage! Okay.
That's a good point.
So your base walking speed is 30 feet, which is usually not the case for small creatures. Small creatures usually only have 25 feet. So that's pretty wild. It's probably because you're dexterous. I was going to say dexterous.
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 Yes. Spurt from Critical Role is a... Yes, Spurt did die in like 5 seconds. That is accurate.
12 days! Thank you, Chris Perkins.
Thank you, Chris Perkins. Yeah, Critical Role, very popular D&D podcast. Definitely check it out. It's very cool.
The best.
Or stream. They stream. Yeah, they stream.
Yeah, they stream on Twitch, but you should catch up on YouTube first because that would make sense. Also, you should watch from campaign 1 because it's the best. And then you can watch their progression from when they first started to present day where they are a company now. I have a lot of feelings about Critical Role.
Yep. So many feelings.
Anyway. You also have dark vision.
Dark vision.
60 feet. So you in darkness you can see 60 feet distance as if it were dim light, which is pretty lit.
However, we get dark vision, which for kobolds means that we also get sunlight sensitivity.
Yes, that is something that we get if you want to put that down. So sunlight...
I've played a kobold before. I know some things.
You know things. Sunlight sensitivity is disadvantage on attack rolls and on perception checks that rely on sight when you're in sunlight. So this is something that also drow elves have, and it's because kobolds and drow elves tend to live like underground. I think Duragar, which is like evil dwarves, I think they also have sunlight sensitivity. But it tends to balance out, which you get some pretty cool stuff. You get pack tactics as a kobold, which
yes.
Let me tell you, our dungeon master hates every time Claire says, "Can I get advantage because of pack tactics?" because Claire gets advantage.
Here's the thing. When I said that I wanted to play a kobold, I talked to our DM and asked about the sunlight sensitivity because you get disadvantage when you're in bright light, basically.
And we were pretty much adventuring in bright light.
And the way that she ruled it was that we reduced my dark vision, but then very quickly realized, oh, you always fight around your pals, so you would get advantage on everything. Whereas like the pack tactics, when you're in the sun, evens out to just a not advantage or disadvantage, so not rolling 2 d20s and taking the lower one or taking the higher one for advantage. Just one roll.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So, yeah, so the sunlight sensitivity and the pack tactics, they even out. You get also a fun thing. I don't think you've used this yet as Neve. Grovel, cower, and beg.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. So, I haven't read this yet.
It's
an action. You can cower pathetically to distract foes. And so your allies get advantage on enemies within 10 feet of you. And you can only use it once per short or long rest.
Yeah. Because you're so small and people... The general lore of kobolds is that they're little grovelly guys who are selfish and stuff. So that's you can use that. I haven't used it yet, but I have. I could use it.
Imagining Neve groveling is a sight to see.
Shocking. A shocking thought.
That character is a stone cold bitch to some people. But
yeah.
We'll see what this kobold's gonna be like. Okay. So they're gonna speak Common and Draconic. Also,
Spicy.
those are their languages. So Draconic is, as it sounds, the language of dragons, and Common is whatever language, like human language, the people at the table speak. So if it's everyone speaking English like we are, then Common is English. But it, depends on where in the world you're playing, or like,
Yeah.
If you speak like 10 languages, then your party can just decide that, like, hey, today why don't we make Common this language? That would be really lit.
For sure. Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
if I knew multiple languages and I knew other people who also knew those languages, I'd be like, hey guys, today let's make Common German. And then tomorrow, Common is Russian.
But hey, Michaela, you can write in Dwarvish, so, like...
Do you want to see my book? Okay.
Yeah,
okay. One of my quarantine...
Why else would I ask you if I didn't want to see the book?
One of my quarantine hobbies that I did was, diving further into D&D. And as part of that, I memorized the Dwarvish alphabet, and now I can write fluently in Dwarvish. So if you ever need anything written in Dwarvish, I got you. Or read, I can read pretty quickly. I'm still working on the reading part, the reading comprehension. It's like I'm in, like, English class, but it's for Dwarvish. Look at this. Look at that Dwarvish. Wow.
All I see is Dwarvish.
I also grabbed, like, because my mom used to be a teacher, and so she would make us do, like, elementary school stuff at home. We had those lined papers for practicing letters. I got those out and used them for it, and I don't think they're down. Oh, wait. Wait, no, this isn't the one. But it was this kind of paper, and I used it to practice my Dwarvish alphabet, and it was great and wonderful.
Honestly, if I went back to school and was just learning about fantasy languages, I would be very engaged the entire time. Like,
I know. See, that's the sad thing is I haven't found a full, like, language that is Dwarvish, because the lore is that they don't write down, like, a full dictionary. There's no full dictionary of the Dwarvish alphabet, or of the Dwarvish language, which I can't remember what it's called. It starts with a K. But there's no, like, written record of the Dwarvish language. But the alphabet is used for a ton of different languages. I think...
Is Dwarvish, as M learned, just a cipher for the English-Latin alphabet? I don't know, Sunny. Michaela, do you know? Because I haven't looked at it as much.
Wait, repeat the question?
Sunny asked if Dwarvish, as learnt, is just a cipher for the English-Latin alphabet.
It is. Yeah. So what
cool.
Yeah, so what I've learned is just, like, the English alphabet, but as a different way. Which is how, so, like, the Dwarvish alphabet is used, the Dwarvish script is used for, obviously, Dwarvish, but also Giant, Gnomish, Goblin, Halfling, Orc, and Primordial. So, the script is used for a lot of different languages.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty lit.
Wow.
It's pretty lit. So maybe I'll learn one of those languages and then write.
Maybe we'll maybe this kobold will know Dwarvish if we get to when we get to background, maybe.
I do try and make most of my characters know Dwarvish because I want it to come up that there's a DM makes a puzzle that has the Dwarvish, like, lexicon, and then I have to...
That's like something you would do. You would be the DM that would make the puzzle be in Dwarvish, and the rest of everyone else would be like, huh. Yep,
I made this for a one shot that I'm gonna do way in the future, and they're little drawers that you can open them, and they've got stuff inside.
Everything Michaela says is just something that she's gonna do later.
Ready? Also, I have little letters for adventures that I'm going to be sending out. Oh my gosh. It's got a seal.
Very good, very cute.
It's a great time.
But you know what?
What?
Maybe we keep going.
We should. We are done with all the Kobolds stuff. So what we're going to do now is our background. So the reason we do background before class is because background's going to give us some proficiencies. It picks proficiencies, and then when we get to class, we get to decide what proficiencies we want, and that might include ones that we would automatically get from our background. So we do background first, so there's no like confusion or mess up.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Get a D100.
Another D100.
Yes. And if you roll 97 or higher, roll again. Those are so cute.
If I roll a what?
97 or higher, roll again. I'm not good at math, so some of these tables didn't work out.
40.
40 is entertainer. Ooh.
Entertainer.
Are we gonna make a bar?
Okay.
What's happening?
Okay. Cool.
I am here for this. So an entertainer we'll get to roll for what kind of entertainer we are.
Wait, right now?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you the proficiencies and stuff first, and then we're gonna roll for stuff. Because also from your background, you get your personality trait, your ideals, your bonds, your character flaw. So before we roll for all of the stuff, we're going to write down the things that we get from this. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So our skill proficiencies are in acrobatics, and performance.
Performance.
Yes.
So proficiencies are just things that we are good at.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll learn what that means a little later. My brain just turned off in the middle of saying that sentence.
What it means essentially is that you get to add a bonus to it based on what your level is when you roll for athletics or acrobatics that you wouldn't be able to add to other things that you're not proficient in. So
yeah,
it's pretty lit. So we're good at acrobatics and performance. That's pretty cool. We also have tool proficiencies. So we are proficient in the disguise kit. And let me get something found. We're also proficient in one instrument of our choice, but we don't make choices on anddragons. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll for what instrument we are proficient in. Based on the ones in the player's handbook. Because I don't want to roll on the million instruments that exist in the world.
Okay.
So roll a d10, please. Mary Claire.
You got it. 8.
8 is a pan flute.
Oh.
I love that.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, this is one we're proficient in? Or we just have?
We're proficient in. I think... Oh, we also get a musical instrument of our choice, so we can just say that that's our pan flute. So
I can't tell, apparently.
Yes. I love pan flutes because I live in, well, I don't know how much I want to share online. But in the city that I live in, there's a place downtown that we go to, and this is a very like cultural thing to my city, so I don't know. I don't want some creepy person coming to my house. Not that y'all are creepy, but like I don't know if like other people are coming on. You know, we're on the internet.
You guys are cool, but yeah.
But there's always like bands that use like primarily pan flutes and stuff, and it's pretty lit. They sell their music on CDs, or used to when I was a kid. I'm old.
So
old. CDs, man, they don't exist anymore. Okay, so now we get our equipment. That's all for our proficiencies that we get from this. We get a musical instrument of our choice, which is going to be our pan flute. Then also for equipment, I need you to roll a D4 for the favor of an admirer. Oh, look at that cal drop.
1.
A 1, it's a love letter. So we have a love letter from an admirer to our kobold. Are you writing these on the character sheet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It had delayed before, so I wasn't sure if it was still doing it. But cool. Yes, our next thing is a costume. Oh my god.
Just a costume?
Just a costume. Our little kobold in a costume. When we flesh out the background, we can try and figure out maybe what that costume looks like.
What is the costume?
What is the costume? Yes. At the end, we like to talk through the background, so we'll get deeper into who this love letter is from and what this costume physically looks like later.
Nice.
Yeah. Man, I didn't even say 15 gold pieces, and you already put it. I love it. Damn, Claire, you know things.
We're sharing a brain cell, so I got it.
I love it. Okay. So a feature that we get is called by popular demand. So we can essentially perform anywhere. Just kind of like set up on the street and get or set up at a tavern, and we get free lodging and and food of a modest or comfortable standard. It depends on the quality of the establishment, and your DM also might make you roll for performance to see how well they like you.
Oh, how well your performance was?
Yeah, how well your performance was. So if your performance is really good, maybe they'll give you hey, beer on the house or whatever. But if it's really bad, they'll be you can sleep in the stables for free. That kind of thing. So,
are we a certain type of performer?
We have to roll for that. Get a D10, please. Oh, I'm excited. There's so many good options. I've only ever made mine actors or dancers. Oh, you froze, Claire, right at the good rolls. No. Oh my gosh, if you X out, I'll be so sad. Claire, don't leave me. Well, while she's hopefully coming back to us, I will go through some of the options that we get are, actor and dancer. She yeeted. Oh, she's back. You're back, but I think you're muted. Oh boy. This probably looks terrible.
It's okay.
Okay, I put us on the regular. Okay. Sorry, folks. We're still figuring things out slowly but surely. It's only episode 3. So
just a quick departure.
Yeah. Are you good to transition back? Oh, no, you're not.
What were you talking about when I got yeeted?
I was asking you to roll for the
Oh, I got a 9.
Entertainer. Oh, it's a storyteller.
Oh, that's cute.
Whoa. Yeah, that's number 9 on the list. This is from the player's handbook.
What is a storyteller?
So it's just...
What would you define as a storyteller?
Okay. So if anybody's played... This isn't a spoiler, but if anybody's played the Claire, what's the game we just got finished playing? What's it called? With Sven and Laura. What did we just finish playing?
Curse of Strahd?
Curse of Strahd! I forgot what it was called! Okay, we played that game for a full year, and I forgot its name. But, okay, Curse of Strahd is a very popular D&D game. But how you meet one of the NPC, or how we did, I don't know if it's how it's written in the book or not, because we went off script a lot. But,
yeah, how we met one of the
NPCs, Rictavio, he was in a tavern just, like, telling a story of, like, his adventures to an entranced crowd. And, like, they gave him money for it, I think. I don't remember exactly if they did or not. But, like, you know, you just kind of go around and you sit down and you talk and you tell people things. There's a new movie with that guy from Forrest Gump. The really famous guy. Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks?
Yes. There's a new movie coming up about him as a character, like his character traveling around America back in like the Wild West days telling stories. So I think it's kind of on that vibe too.
Okay, so we go in taverns and we tell stories.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just share.
Okay. That's cool. I'm good to
to transition back.
Transition. Yeah, to transition.
Okay, Claire, you ready for the theme song?
Yeah.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. This is a long one. Woo! Jazz hands! Again, we are getting music soon.
But don't you just love our voices?
Our voices are wonderful.
We'll get music unless you tell us not to.
Oh boy. Wonderful. Okay, so that's all for our background stuff, except that now we need to roll for our personality traits, our ideals, our bonds, and our flaws. This is gonna make up who we are, mostly, kind of. Okay. Cool. So I need you to roll a D8 for the personality traits. So there's some pretty lit ones in here.
A D8, you said?
Yeah. I love...
An 8.
An 8? Ooh.
Yeah.
I change my mood or mind as quickly as I change key in a song. So they change their mind easily. You know, not really stuck to one idea or thought. Can be persuaded in one direction or another.
Change mind fast.
Change mind fast. Don't speak big word. Short word do trick.
Why? What is it?
It's like,
why say more word when small word do trick? I think we're really close, but we're
almost there. Yeah, it's an Office quote for anyone who doesn't get it. The U.S. version of The Office.
Yeah, I forget that there's multiple versions.
Yeah, there's the UK one was the original one. I did watch an episode of it, and I don't want to be controversial, but I didn't quite like it that much.
That's just an opinion.
I know. It's a controversial opinion for some people.
Oh, really?
Because some people are like really attached to the UK one, and then some people are like super attached to the US one, and it's like,
oh,
it's a thing. I love Steve Carell. So.
I mean, I guess I can understand being really attached to something because I'm very attached to my D&D characters, and if someone tells me that they're not good, I will.
Claire, so we're playing a Monster Hearts game, which is a different role-playing game system.
Yeah.
And I made something today for my character, because my character is in an art club. Well, she made an art club. She's an artist, and she's handing out flyers all the time. I'll just show it. Well, you know, Claire, you can. I made a little zine to promote art club. So it says art, and then it says, join us every Wednesday, best club there is. And then it says make art and stuff, and that's a hippo.
Wow, a hippo.
And then it says other clubs suck, because I'm currently fighting with other clubs.
They definitely do.
And then
for
that's
sure.
my number. And if you didn't notice while I was flipping through this, those wonderful pink lines, it makes a dick. Yay!
Yeah.
We're in high school in that game.
Yeah, we're not actually in high school. We're in and out of college.
In and out of college. Yes, but I wanted to share that because I was very proud of it, and I'm obsessed
really
with
good.
character building stuff with crafts.
Yeah.
Yes. Now,
What's next?
What's next? Our ideals. So I need you to roll a d6 this time.
D6.
So this is not
That's
only going
regular.
to tell us what our ideal is, but it's also going to tell us if we are good, lawful, chaotic, evil, or neutral. It's a 5. Ooh, okay. It's people. That's their ideal. I like seeing the smiles on people's faces when I perform. That's all that matters. And your ideal then is neutral for your alignment. Okay, so we know that we are a neutral alignment, but we need to figure out if we are neutral. So the fun thing about neutral is that you can be chaotic neutral, lawful neutral, neutral neutral, but you can be neutral good. No, can you be neutral good? You can't be good.
I think we should just roll for how we normally would.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Roll a d4.
We could be true neutral. That's I think what you're.
Yeah. Well, no,
Yeah.
my worry is never mind. Which
We'll
side
just
it goes
see
on.
if it works.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on, dice. Number 1.
We are lawful neutral, which works with our kobold, like what they suggested, because they suggested that we be lawful evil, but we don't want our kobold to be evil. We've made too many evil characters.
You know, and this thing, the part that we're doing right now, which is, you know, ideals, personality traits, and the alignment and stuff, all of that is optional.
Yes.
And I'll say it every single time. You don't have to use those things. It's just to help you build story stuff. If you aren't sure how to build a story or where to start, this is a good thing to flavor your story. Some people don't even they'll give their character an alignment and then they'll never use it. Some people will judge all of their character's choices on if it fits the alignment. It's really whatever you feel.
Yeah.
But for story building here, we're rolling for it, and we are lawful neutral.
Yeah. Also, with the personality traits and ideals, they give you the fun list, but you don't have to roll for it. You can just pick off the list, obviously.
Yeah.
That's also an option.
Also, I just want to say, in case we ever, in case this is ever just audio, I just want to say on the ideals, I wrote "see people smile, heart go ah" because I think it's cute. Anyway,
I didn't even read that yet. I was looking at how you wrote neutral because I really liked the E.
Oh, thanks.
Because also every time I write, because I have a lot of neutral characters, every time I write neutral, I always spell it wrong. I put the U before the E, and it's bad. So I was admiring that you did right.
Things.
Exactly. Yeah. You have
Yeah.
better handwriting. You can spell better. It's a great time. Okay, now we need to roll for our bonds. So this will tell us, if we have, family and stuff like that sometimes. That's, super important to us. We can have family and it not be our bond, but, Oh, yeah, I have to tell you what to roll. You have to roll a d6. A d6, please.
D6.
And thank you.
2.
A 2. Someone stole my precious instrument, and someday I'll get it back.
Did they steal a pan flute, or did they steal something else?
Well, we have proficiency in pan flute, so it should be a pan flute. Maybe we have 2 pan. This is something that we gotta figure out when we do our background. But it could be we have like multiple of them because they're pretty easy to carry. You can just like strap them onto a bag, or like I had one when I was a kid that would like hang around your neck and it had little rainbow ties tied together. It was so cute.
Really good.
I love pan flutes. I tried to find it. I couldn't find it. Yes. But yeah.
You have a flaw?
Flaw, it needs a d6 to be rolled so that we can figure out what it is that flaw is. It's a 2?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a sucker for a pretty face.
Oh, I was confused by the words you said, but I
like this one though. The why I said it like that was because I've made multiple characters that have this flaw. Because I think it would just be really fun to walk into like a bar and the DM describe a character, and I'd be like, "Oh, that's hot," and then I'd just go and like flirt with that person.
Naturally.
Because literally, Curse of Strahd, look up what Esmeralda looks like. Our DM, she showed us a picture of Esmeralda, and I said, "Fuck, she's hot," and then I flirted with her the entire campaign, and our characters ended up dating. Fuck yep. Yeah. Also, I got inspiration because we had sex, bitches.
Yep. The characters.
That was a great time. Man. Only time I've ever had sexual relationships in a role-playing game was when we didn't act out. Ugh.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of really cool like guidelines for how to do intimacy in TTRPGs, so tabletop role-playing games. It's always best to have your talk to your DM about it. Yes. And have them do something asking all the players what they're comfortable with. Our table was super comfortable with most things, but yeah. It is important if you're going to play that you make sure that you know what everyone's like comfortable with and what is okay to address in the story and what's not okay. And yeah, there's a lot of cool resources that you can just like look up and find about intimacy in D&D and TTRPGs.
Because some people like having like that, like relationship stuff, which I've had a couple characters in relationships in different RPGs. But it's always something that like me and the other person and like with the other people at the table, we like talk and say like, hey, is everybody like comfortable if we like develop this or if like we talk about this stuff?
Yeah.
And if it's no, then you stop.
And you don't do it.
But yeah. That's our flaw though, is that we're a sucker for a pretty face.
I'm excited.
Oh, man. Okay. So we need to roll for a couple more things. Mm-hmm. We need to roll for our gender. So if you could roll a d4. So far, we have made a non-binary character and a female. A 4? Roll again. I only have 3.
I'm gonna learn. I rolled another 4. Listen, my dice, they love me.
I could make you roll a d6, and you wouldn't have to. I did think about this the other week. I was like, I could make you stop rolling again. A 2 is another female. She's a female kobold. She's a female. No, what is that song? It's
what?
Oh,
made me think of Ghostbusters.
Yeah, because I was thinking of that Vine where the guy's like, I'm an adult virgin. Because he's like,
oh, okay.
He's like, 2 female Ghostbusters? The feminists are taking over. I'm an adult virgin. And it's beautiful. But that's not what this song was for. So we have a female kobold. Also, now I need you to roll a D100 so we can get the first letter of her name. And we can start getting... Yes, we can start getting suggestions in the chat for what her name should be.
All right, 16.
A 16. The first letter of her name is an E.
An E?
E.
Okay.
Yes. So if you guys have any, like, cute, fun names that you want this kobold to be named that start with an E, please send them in the chat. And we'd love to
feel free to send more than one. Send as many, again, respectful, appropriate names
Yes.
that you think this kobold could totally rock, you know?
If you do send inappropriate stuff, we will ignore it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, make sure that they're appropriate names. One of our rules is to keep it PG, people. Just for, like, you know. You can say, like, fuck, but, like, you know. Don't name
the community here. We're hanging out, we're having a good time, and we're making fun names.
Yes. But yeah, any names that start with an E, send them our way. And we'll talk more about it later. Also, keep sending dragon names. Maybe I'll read them before the break.
We will. At the top, we went over the recommendations we got for dragon names for our little dragon that's on our logo.
A little teal dragon.
And there are a couple that we'll talk about that I see in chat.
Do we have 4 in there or? Because I could read.
We'll come back to that
right
before or either at
right before break. We'll figure it out.
Let's do the next part and then we'll come back to it. But
yes.
If you recommended some dragon names, and you want to boost them again, go for it. But also E-names.
E-names. Evelyn!
Yeah.
That was from a show that me and Claire were in. Do you remember Evelyn?
Oh, I was like, wait. It's like, what?
They were a super awesome knight in training. God, I love Maddie G.
What's next, McNally?
Okay. So what we're gonna do next? This is when things get complicated. We're gonna roll for our class. We're not gonna start filling in the class stuff, but we're just gonna roll for our class and see what we're going to be good at. So, like we said before multiple times, if you're a rogue, you're really, like, dexterous, and so you want your dexterity to be high. So we're going to figure out which of the 6 ability scores we want to be highest.
Yes.
Then we're going to take a pause on the class stuff, and we're going to roll for our stats, which we'll go over how to do that when we start doing that. So, Claire, let's roll for our class.
Oh, amazing. Okay.
So roll a D20.
Remind me. A D20?
D20, please. Pick your prettiest one and show it to the camera.
Why did you tell me to do that? I have lots of pretty ones. There's this one.
Oh my gosh.
And this one's also really pretty. This one is big and pretty. But I can't dismiss these ones because this one has stars and then this one has moss in it. And then of course I have this blue one, it's sparkly, and then this purple one, so like now I don't know what to roll.
How many D20s do you have?
I don't have as many as you.
I know, but I need you to count.
Oh, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, roll a D8.
You're gonna make me pick my favorite based on a roll?
Yes, ma'am. Well, it's not gonna be your favorite. I'm just making you roll to see which one you're gonna roll for the class.
8.
Fuck, roll again.
Okay. Why?
Because you only have 7.
Oh. I totally forgotten the right here.
Claire.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, Rob's here. Hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob. Welcome to the shit show. God, I used to have a tapestry that said that. I don't know which one's your 5th one, Claire. I can't tell you.
I'm sorry. I've always looked to you for what they mean, but it's here in front of me, so.
Oh my God, I'm crying. That one, wonderful. Isn't that one that you got for your kobold?
It is. So sometimes when you have dice, you really like them, and you have too many. McKaylee has so many, and I have
15
enough.
sets of dice.
Yep.
Plus a special set of 20s.
It's because they're really pretty. And sometimes you play a character and you're like, man, they need a set of dice. And so you buy some, and then this is what I bought.
Wow.
Okay, now I'm going to roll this so we can figure out the class.
Yes. Okay, roll it. If it's a 15 or above, roll again. There's only 14 classes that I did. 12 is a warlock. I love warlocks. I've been obsessed with warlocks recently because warlocks have picked spells. And so you don't have to be like a druid where every morning you pick your spells out of a long list. You just like pick a couple spells and you're like, I just know these. I just have them. And that's it.
Oh my gosh.
But also,
this
you
is
make
also
a
our
pact!
This is our first spell.
Whoa, you're cutting in and out. You're cutting in and out.
Spells.
You're back.
Do I look grumpy?
Yes, you looked very grumpy.
Yeah. I'm excited because it's spells, and we haven't had a spell class yet because we've done rogues.
Yeah, because we've literally only rolled rogues.
Or warlock.
Yes.
Wow, lawful neutral warlock. Okay. What's next?
Okay, I'm going to tell you what we're proficient in, what ability scores we're proficient in as a warlock, and then we're going to roll for our stats. So our saving throws, which are what ability scores we're good at, I guess, is wisdom and charisma. So we're super wise and we're super charismatic because we're an adorable little kobold and fuck the world.
Yeah, we're adorable. Come on. Well, we don't have to be adorable. We can be badass. Doesn't matter.
Oh god, what if it had like a scar running down its face? Like she was just like. Never mind. Okay. I'm so excited. Okay, so Claire, do you want to explain how to do this next part, or do you want me to?
I can stumble through, and then you'll catch me if I fall, right?
I got you, baby.
Okay, so the next part is maybe the most confused, or it's the part that makes the least sense when you've never played D&D before, and it's the part where we fill in numbers in those little bubbles, the 6 ability scores. There's 3 different ways you can do it. The one that we're gonna do has to do with rolling dice because, of course,
we're a podcast that just rolls dice, so of course we're gonna choose the option to roll dice.
Of course. Also, side note.
Yes.
I see that Rob said that his GF is planning on making custom dice. That is dangerous information for McKaylee to know. Also for me, but heck, not cool.
Claire, myth dice.
It would be really cute, McKaylee. You're right. This is the part of D&D that is maybe the most fun, is that you get to be obsessed with dice. And it's such an obscure thing to be obsessed with, but here we are. But for ability scores, you can do the point buy system, which is you get every single one of these ability scores starts at 8, and then you get 27 points to distribute amongst them however you feel like it. You can move them around and stuff.
You can also, there's another method within that method, where there's a table that tells you how many points each ability score costs. So like an 8 is 0. And so you can do it like math, or like yes, it's math. You can do it like money, kind of, where you're like exchanging your points for which one you want. So just a little side.
Right. And that one can be a little weird, but also some people prefer. But that's one of them. Another one is called Standard Array, where it already lays out the 6 numbers that you just like put in the slots where you want them to be. That's if you don't want to think about numbers, I guess, and you just want to put like the highest number in a certain ability score and the lowest in a different one and distribute like that. But the way we're about to do it is
super complicated. Yay!
Well, I mean, it's only complicated until you do it, and then you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you have to like physically do it.
And this is why you need dice, because you instead of rolling it as many times, you just take that many dice. So we're gonna take 4d6.
Man, when I only had
roll
them,
dice, and then we remove the lowest number. So in this case, I'm removing a 1, and then you add up the rest. And this is where you get to do quick math.
Quick math.
realize that you don't know how to do quick math, and then it's slow math.
It's okay, I believe in you.
So this is a 17.
What? Yes!
Yeah, and that's... The cool thing is you can either get really high scores or really low scores on this.
So a 10
you do that
is
6
like
times.
your average shopkeeper. A 10 all across is like, you're just like averagely good at everything. But we're adventurers, so we want to have above a 10. But some of ours might be below because maybe we are not super strong because, you know, we're a kobold. So maybe that's the case.
Yeah, this one is we got a 10.
Nice.
And then we got 13.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, 15.
Amazing.
I
clicked on something.
Come on, Claire, do the math. You can do it.
You're doing great. This is much
12?
better than last week. Last week we were pretty, like, average at everything. And Quilliam was pretty, like, a pretty good array. He was our first, or they were our first on stream.
Yes. Was there one more?
There's one more.
Okay. I have no concept of anything.
You're doing great.
12.
12. Amazing. Yeah. Okay. So, I think for this, so we're not rolling on where our stats go because then this character would just suck at everything if we just, like, placed them randomly. So we rolled for stats, but now we're going to decide where they go. So that this person doesn't completely suck. Yeah. I think,
also, side note, I'm just glancing at chat, and the thing about dice is that you do buy too many. Sure, I have too many dice. Will I need all of these? No. Do I still want them because they're pretty? Yes.
I only play online, and I have over 100 individual dice.
And you can play online and still roll them, but we just do we do the on Discord or on Roll20, which is
super useful.
Another way to play
our website.
Yeah, super cool. But we don't roll the physical dice, which is, if we're gonna be completely honest, which we always will be. It's another reason why we're rolling for everything, so we can use our pretty dice.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is true. I'm super superstitious. I'm superstitious.
Oh.
Yes. And so before all games and sometimes before stream, I didn't today just because I got swamped with other stuff. But I like to roll my dice, all of them, and determine which ones are good and which ones have to go in the dice jail. This is my dice jail. It says some mean words in Dwarvish, in the Dwarvish script. And based on how it turns out, on which ones get left in the dice tray and which ones go to jail, I can determine how I think that the game is going to go for the day.
Yeah.
So in some of my D&D groups, I tell them at the start that I had a bad dice roll, and then the session starts, and we confront my dead brother and then end up killing him, and he dies for a second time in front of me, and it's a great time. And now my girlfriend, I don't know that we're dating, and it's sad.
Yeah, sometimes your dice predict all of that happening.
Well, they predict that it's going to be a rough session, and then that happens.
No. They predict that is going to happen. That's what they didn't predict the roughness. They predicted the specific. Okay.
I also have OCD, so this is also it just plays into that. So it's a great time.
Yes, Marsha, we made a whole Twitch just to roll our dice. That is what we did. We are not ashamed.
We are here for friends and dice. That's it. 2 things.
Yes.
Okay. Back to the character though. Because we've been on this tangent long enough.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Where did we go?
I think we should put, because charisma is going to be our spell casting, what we're going to use for casting spells, as a warlock. We should put the 17 there. So put the 17 in the big bubble, Claire, because it's a big number and it goes in the big bubble.
There's a delay, but I did that before you even said it.
I'm so sad. The big number goes in the big bubble and the little number goes in the little bubble. That's how it works.
According to who?
According to me. And a TikTok that I saw.
Oh, yep, that's that.
It got like 100K likes, and I was like, these are my people. So there's like 100K people that were like, yes, the big number goes in the big bubble.
I'm just gonna agree to disagree with you.
Okay, well the
because
next.
Here's the thing. It's confusing. Why with the 17 we're not gonna use it, except for to calculate the next thing that we do. But
except for that, okay.
I get it though.
Okay. Right. So I think our wisdom should be the next highest, which is 15.
Okay.
And then we should put the 13 in dexterity, because we have a +2, that'll make it 15, which is pretty lit.
That is pretty lit.
Which these are all odd numbers, so it might never happen that we change them. Meh.
What?
Never mind. I'm thinking way too far in the future if this character was ever actually played.
Well, if it was played, then you could increase 2 of your ability scores by 1 at whatever level.
Yeah. So one of them wouldn't, but or if you take a feat, sometimes you can increase a thing and then also get the ability to do something.
Yeah, that's true.
It's pretty lit. But so we have left a 10 and 2 12s. So what do we want to be average at, and what do we want to be a bit above average at? We should put the 12 in one of the 12s in Constitution. Actually, now that I say it, because that's going to determine our hit points. And we want some good hit points.
We are small kobold. Need help with Constitution.
Need help. Okay. So then we have a 10 and a 12.
We could even switch the. Well, actually, I guess it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Switching Dex and Constitution.
Yeah. So I mean, we could if we want to, and then see that would be a future thing where if in the future you could, it doesn't matter. Okay. So, do we want to be? Maybe we put the 12 in intelligence, because the 10 would go in strength, and we're tiny kobold. So it makes sense that we're not like we're just averagely strong.
We're magic. We don't
need strength.
A warlock, so we don't use strength as much. Like not as common to use strength.
Yeah. I think my next character might be a warlock. Well, the next one that I play, I made 3 more characters this week. So
I feel like I should have a surprise reaction, but at this point I just don't.
I like making characters. It's fun.
What's the total, McKaylee? Tell me.
I don't know, but it's over 55.
All right. When we figure out the Twitch things, we're gonna put a little there in the bottom corner. There's gonna be a little thing that says McKaylee has made blank characters, and it's gonna increase every week because apparently you make new ones every week.
It's my happy thing. I wake up, I put on a podcast, I got my coffee, and then I make a character. I pull out my player's handbook, I pull open Wikidot on my phone, and then I build a character sheet. It's fun. Because then I can also draw the character too, and it's cute. I've got like some different styles. So one is like watercolor.
Have you ever seen that it's like I don't remember the name of it. It's an improv game where you put you write suggestions on pieces of paper and you throw them all on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you're improvising a scene, you pick a suggestion up and you read it.
I have
and it's
seen
like,
that one.
yeah, I can't remember what it's called, but imagine doing that with your characters.
You just pick it up and now you're that character.
Yeah, there's maybe.
Ooh.
Player, or maybe it's like 2 players and 1 DM, and you have your list of characters that you've made, only the ones you've made, and you like draw a number and you get that character and you're playing that character, and then through the session you have to draw another number and make that character leave and then bring in the other character.
Oh, yes. So sometimes I get like super excited about like one class. Like I got really excited about warlocks, and so I made a ton of warlocks that had different combinations of background and race, because I want to figure out like what's a good combination that I really like story wise, or like, you know, like just optimization sometimes. But I'm not really about that super much. Some people like to pick like a good race that like helps boost their like class,
like mechanically helps.
Yeah, mechanically
like the best mechanical. That makes it sound like we're a robot. Mechanically the best character with the stats and stuff.
Yeah, but I'm not
like,
really
less of the
about
story,
that. Yeah, I just kind of go for what I like. But yeah, so it'd be a lot of like the same thing in like a rainbow of like switching between different classes or like different races.
Hey, maybe you're at a warlock convention or something. I don't know.
Maybe I got all kinds of warlocks, which we're gonna get more into the warlock after this. But now that we have assigned all of our ability scores, we need to calculate our modifier, so the dice thing was a little complicated. The calculation for the modifier is a little more, but it's okay. Once you get the hang of it, you can do it in your sleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, yes, Mark, I think it is Seen in a Hat. In Whose Line? I think it's called other things in other improv places, but I think that's right.
Yeah,
Sounds right.
We trust you.
Okay, how do I do the math? How do I do it, McKaylee?
So, take let's do a 12, because I like doing even numbers, and that one is a good one. It's a good one to show what's going on. So you're going to take your 12. You're going to subtract 10 from it. What do you get? You get a 2.
Oh. Well.
Okay. So now you're going to divide that by 2. And what do you get?
1.
A 1. So that's your modifier, is a +1, because you do add in if it's a positive or a negative modifier. If you're using an odd number, like a 13, if you want to put that in, it's going to come out with a what's it called? You know, it's going to come out with a fraction, and we don't use fractions. We want whole numbers.
Yeah.
So we're going to round down, so that's going to be a 12, and so it's going to be the same thing as our other 12s, which is +1.
Wait, oh my gosh. Incorrect. Boop, bop, boop.
From our race, we forgot about that. Do you want to explain?
We forgot about it. We started chit-chatting.
We got so distracted.
But that's when you add that number before you do the math we just did. That's why you wrote it. That's why I wrote it to the side, so that I wouldn't forget it, like I just did.
Isn't it wonderful? Yes. As a kobold, as our race, we get a +2 to dexterity. So you add that to the larger number.
Yeah.
So with a 15...
in that case, it would be, instead of 15, we'd say 14.
Yeah.
And then it would be 2. So that's +2.
The other one is also +2. Okay. And then, yeah, for our other ones, it's going to be 0 for 10, because 10 minus 10 is 0. And then it's going to be a +3 for 17, because you round down to 16. Woo! Yeah, after a while you start to like pick up the pattern, but I know when I first started and someone tried to explain this to me, our friend Leanne, I was so lost. They gave me the book. They tried to they were like, oh, here, look, read this, it'll help. And I was like, I don't know what any of this means. You just handed me a textbook. So that was very intimidating. But these are all of our scores now.
Scores.
We are partway through making a character.
There's also...
You froze right when you started that sentence.
You are... Oh, am I back?
Now you are back.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw, mother truckers.
We did the math. You don't have to do the math. There are charts. Like, you can just...
At the front of the player's handbook, there is a chart that tells you.
Yeah.
But we want to explain to you where the number's coming from.
Yeah, just in case anyone's like, this is how you do it, and explains it really fast. The most complicated way, now you know it.
Go be a D&D expert to other people.
Yes. I noticed that Rob said a great comment to start from 10 and know that that's a 0, and then every 2 you add 1, and then you reverse it for going down. So if you had an 8, that would be -1.
That's
very
really
good advice. Smart. We learn new things every day. Every moment.
Okay.
That's really good. Thank you, Rob.
Wonderful.
So you don't have to do it in the complicated way. We did for explanation, but it is easier. This was the most confusing part for me whenever I first made a character.
I know, so most D&D groups that I play with use the point buy system. So you might not have to do this. I've only played with 2 groups of my, like, how many we played with, Claire? I've mostly played with you. So, like, 4? 5? How many groups have we played with? 4? Okay. Of those groups, only two of them, 2 games did we ever use the dice rolling. Yeah, this is one of those things that generally depends on your DM. They'll tell you what if they have a preference. Yeah, because I remember, and then once you do it, you don't have to do it again. When I DM'd for the first time, I had my characters do that, and I didn't fully understand it, and Claire ended up getting a 20 on one of her stats. I was just... It can be a little... It can either be terrible, because you can roll really low for everything, like
or
we did last week.
Great, and then you roll really high for everything, but then it's a little bit unbalanced, especially if you're starting at 1st or 3rd level. You go up to level 20 if you go all the way there. So there's a lot of opportunity for your character to grow as an adventurer. So it's okay if some of them are lower, I think. That's why standard array and point buy are frequently used, because it kind of gives you balance. But it's really, it's not the same for every game you're going to play. Yeah. For sure. Cool, but that's... I think we are done with the first half. So we're going to take a quick 10-minute break. If you guys have any more suggestions for names that start with E, we have a female kobold, lawful neutral, warlock, entertainer. Got any more name suggestions? I noticed that there are some in the chat. Woo! Something else, just be thinking about it. Our logo has a really cute dragon in it, and we really want to give the dragon a name. We went over the names that we were... Read them again? Yeah, let's go over those again. Okay. We'll go over them, and then during the break, I'll type them out and throw them in the chat, and then just comment the one that you like the most, or the 2 that you like the most. If we can narrow it to like 4, then we'll do a little Twitter poll. Yeah. And it'll be cute, and the dragon will have a name. Woo!
Oh man, we've
What
been
are
talking about
those
this for
names,
so long.
Kaylee? Why don't you tell me?
Okay, hold tight, friends. It's a long list.
Oh yeah, there's 19 names. So
Yes.
thank you for all of the recommendations.
Yeah, we got these from
Um,
our Twitter and our Instagram, and from some from chat last week, and we really appreciate it. Y'all are awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, but our list is Andy, Delilah, Zinnia, Scabo. Wow, Fick. We never figured out how to say this name. um,
It's really. I'll spell it out. I'll spell it out in the chat. So you can see
Yeah,
it during.
it's a really pretty name. It's a name of a flower, maybe Latin in origin, probably some I can't pronounce it. Cause I'm dumb. Daisy, T, Leaf, Lewis, Rory, but like roar, like a dinosaur makes, and then Y. Nugget, Dewdrop, Topaz, Tora, Flora. Oh, my connection's unstable. Wonderful. Sydney, Fern, Tulip, Petrie, and Sambasti. Did I say that right? Sambasti.
I'm not sure.
But those are the names. If any stood out to you guys, say it in the chat and be like, that has to be. Obviously, that's what the dragon's name is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We will be right back, friends. Get some water, stand up, do a little jig.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. We're both gonna do a wonderful jig, and it'll be great.
Yep.
And we'll be back here in 10 minutes. Goodbye. back. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I say this every time. I'm the tech person, and I don't know why.
What? You're doing it.
Yes, I think I was only appointed this role because my brothers already stream on Twitch, and so it was assumed that I could figure it out through my brothers.
Well, also, I feel like there are two sides to the Twitch coin, and one of them is the making all the things cute, and the other one is the tech stuff.
Yeah, and I got appointed to the tech stuff because Claire does the cute stuff.
I just happened to be doodling, and I made our dragon so cute. Which, speaking of our drag, I for some reason, just fun streamer things. Right? I can't see the first comment, so I think the ones that people have mentioned liking is Andy, Dewdrop, Tea and Leaf, I think. If I'm missing one.
I feel like I saw another one way back before.
Or like a flower?
I can't remember. Yeah, we're
Oh, Fern!
Fern
is also alright.
That is so cute.
Okay, we have
Oh my god, one of the first roles that I ever played when I was little was Fern from Charlotte's Web. I was so proud. That's like the leading girl who, I think I was in like 4th grade, and the girl who's playing my mom was in 5th grade, and I was like, oh my god, she's so old, and it was a time. Best performance I've ever done. I'm a star.
Wow. Okay, so ones I've seen frequently, we've got a lot of Andy likers, which Andy's cute because it's anddragons, and Andy is like,
I do like that argument. That's a great argument.
That is a good argument. It is very good. I've seen Dewdrop. I'm just noting these down.
Dewdrop.
We've got a call out for Fern.
Fuck yeah.
All these are such good names.
Now I just want it to be Fern so I can relive my 4th grade glory days.
Well, maybe it will, maybe it won't. We'll have to see what the vote is.
Yes.
And then I think I saw earlier Leaf and Tea.
I just think if its name was Tea, that'd be so cute. And then if its name was Leaf, that'd be adorable. But if its name was Tea Leaf, that would be super cute.
All right, so here's the thing. I think you can do 4. You can do 4 choices for a poll on Twitter. Nothing's easy because I know you can do that on Twitch, but we are minimal tech.
Minimal tech, baby. We are piecing this together through.
We're stitching it with a poor shitty stitch. Okay.
We're stitching this together with a pool noodle. With
a pool noodle. So if we're do we prefer Leaf, or do we prefer Tea to go into the top 4? Or do we prefer Tea Leaf as the because we have Andy, Dewdrop, Fern,
and then we have one of those. Slot. Okay.
Does the slot go to
Tea Leaf or Tea Leaf?
Or Tea Leaf.
Yes. So since you guys are in chat, you guys get to pick what goes on the poll because y'all are here, and that's fucking incredible.
Yeah. One for Tea Leaf. All right.
Fuck cool. Yeah. My man. It just makes me think of Molly Tea Leaf, which is a character from the show Critical Role.
That is true.
Campaign 2, it was Taliesin Jaffe's first character on Campaign 2. Not to give spoilers in that sentence. Fuck.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it.
We have to have at least one more person give us Tea Leaf, okay? Is the 4th option Tea Leaf? Is that what's happening? Okay. I'm just gonna. I think Tea Leaf is the 4th option. So
I'm here for it.
After stream, we will, or maybe during stream, if I can multitask. But wait, we have to focus on spitballing this character's everything.
Yes.
But
So why don't
yeah.
this, why don't you make a quick tweet with those options,
Okay.
and I will
Yes.
describe what exactly a warlock is and what our different options are for our because we're gonna roll for what our pack is.
Oh yeah, you go into explanation mode. I'll do the Twitter thing.
Explanation mode. Okay. So warlocks are essentially like they have a eldritch sugar daddy. So there is an entity out there that is all powerful in some way, shape, or form, whether they be like some sort of like tentacly creature, are they an archfey, are they an old god, some sort of thing that has power to give, and they give you power by you doing stuff for them, like a sugar daddy. So you're a sugar baby. Is what a warlock is. A warlock is a sugar baby. So our different options to have for our patron is what it's called. Is an archfey, which is like someone from the Feywild, which if you'll remember, if you were here for episode 1, we made a hobgoblin of the Feywild. So this would be, your patron is from the Feywild, but they are like powerful, fey creature that they're like look like elves and they live like super longer and they're like super powerful and badass, and you get certain spells from them. And sorry, I just got a message about that I should have described them as I was told that I should have described it differently, so I will try and pull this up again. And Claire, did you have it pulled up because it's not pulling up? Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah.
It's a magic
First off,
sugar daddy relationship. Thanks,
yeah.
Lumaris. I don't know what your Twitch name is. That's what his character is in our game.
Listen, if you want to say something in chat, say it in chat.
Say it in chat, bitch. Yeah, he messaged us personally like a little bitch. I'm just kidding. I love you. We're not trying to call you out.
I'm trying to tweet and I can't think at
Claire,
the same time.
let me explain and you tweet.
Okay.
You stop talking. Okay. So these eldritch sugar babies, they have different sugar daddies, sugar mommies, depending on what, or like sugar parent, depending on their. Is that what you would call a non-binary sugar parent? I'm not asking you that question. Don't answer, Claire. Write the tweet. Write the fucking tweet. Okay. So another option is Fathomless. So this is a new one from Tasha's Guide, Cauldron of Everything. Sorry, there's Xanther's Guide to Everything and then Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, and I get them mixed up because I use both of them all the time. They're both wonderful like extensions to the D&D world made by Wizards of the Coast that you should check out. I've made like several characters using these, and using the subclasses offered on there, and we have them added into our chart, including the Fathomless, and I think the Kraken and the Fathomless and the Genie are from the Tasha's Guide to Everything. I think Hexblade, Celestial, and maybe Kraken are from Xanther's Guide to Everything. Which those are pretty cool. Hexblade Warlock is sometimes said to be one of the most powerful, which I don't know, I've never played one before, but like one of the most powerful like classes overall, because you get to use a blade that's pretty awesome and does some pretty badass shit, and so you're a fighter, but then you get like Eldritch Blast, which is the staple of being a warlock, and it's awesome. And I wish I could see chat right now because I have no idea what the fuck you guys are saying. I need Claire to say these things.
I don't know what's happening.
Oh, I just saw you look up.
Oh, Rob said Glucose Guardian. I don't know what that's related to. Is that Sugar Daddy? Glucose Guardian? All right.
Yeah, because it's a sugar daddy. It's a glucose guardian.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what's happening, but that feels right.
I love it. You're non-binary. I was gonna say sugar-free, but glucose is sugar.
Yep.
Yeah, you're glucose guardian. I love it. Your scientific sugar parent is a glucose guardian. My sister just walked in, and I apologize.
I have to. Okay, I'm tweeting a tweet. Go vote.
Tweet it.
Go to our Twitter.
Yes.
If you're not following it, it's at anddragons cast.
And it's really cool. Claire posts. I say Claire because I don't post a lot of stuff, but Claire posts on the Twitter because apparently that's the best place for Claire's brain to live, as we have learned, is on Twitter. So
on Twitter.
Yeah, follow our Twitter. It's pretty cool. We ask some fun questions and like to put up clips. We're trying to put up more clips of like our from our show. No,
the dumb things we say.
Yeah, the dumb things we say. Like, you know, how like D&D adventures have ropes so that they can do kinky sex stuff.
What? Sorry. I was still focused on Twitter. I didn't catch what was happening, but it
was great. It was great.
Amazing.
This is what happens when I'm left unsupervised.
Okay, well, did you finish explaining Warlocks?
I think I explained it over, like way too much, so I think everyone's done with me explaining it.
Okay. Sure.
But, you know, Warlocks are sugar babies. The end. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Okay. I wasn't there. Let's look at the names.
Wait, Claire, you need to write under entertainer that we're a storyteller.
Oh, that's right. That's a very good point.
I just noticed that. It made me sad that it was empty.
Storyteller. Yeehaw. Okay. Let's look at the names we got for our sweet little kobold.
I'm so excited. Y'all always have really good names.
I'm bad at names. Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
We got Esther. Cute.
Ooh.
Got Ella. Everett.
Oh, I like that name.
Eep.
Cute.
Eerie. E-R-I. Eerie.
I love that.
Oh man, I have to pronounce things, man. I'm really bad at this.
Isn't it fun trying to pronounce names?
Ecotana.
Ecotana.
That's kind of cool.
Ecotana.
Very cool. Okay. Gotta sift through. I think there's some more somewhere. Erin. Eryn. Elena. Alana. Okay. Cute. Kobold names are fun. That's the one that is most kobold-y is definitely Eep, because their names are like...
They're short.
Their names are like frequently short because...
Do you want to tell us what your name is as a kobold, Claire, and how it's spelled? It's Irish. I decided to flavor
my kobold's like backstory with Irish names. So her name is Neve, but it's Niamh. But
there's no V. There's no V there.
There's no V, but that's all of the names in of characters in her backstory are Irish. Just because I just felt compelled to.
You said kobolds are Irish. Oh. Boom.
Whoa, we have more.
There's more.
Oh my gosh. Airy. Is that or Airy? Okay, that's cute. We got Eek, Erba, Alec. There's so many good names, you guys.
I like Eek.
Yeah, I've seen one person in real life named Neve as well.
Yeah.
It's
a pretty name.
But I guess maybe that's because when you when you say something, you're more likely to see it appear other places. That's why people say manifestation is like really useful, because you say what you want and then you start to see opportunities that are attached to it because you say it out loud.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, there's so many choices. How do we pick, McKaylee?
I'm really stuck on Eep because I just think it's really cute, and it's like a good like kobold name.
Okay.
I don't know. It just fits with like the kobold. You know, like what you're saying about like it being like a short name, and it's just like something quick you can say real fast. Like Spark.
Do we think? Okay. Here's a thought. Maybe. Hold on. Okay. What do you think about? So she's an entertainer, right?
Okay.
What if Eep is her name, but she has a stage name?
Ooh.
Like a storyteller name. Like when you go into the tavern,
everyone knows you by like that
like,
name.
It's like a phrase. So maybe we can snatch another name suggestion, and like weave it into like a cool stage name. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. What name were you thinking for that?
I don't know. I'm just here to spit stuff out.
Jesus Christ, Clea. Oh my goodness.
I don't know. Do you guys have any, based on the names that we've been suggested so far? Do you have any like stage name suggestions?
Mm-hmm. Or like one that you really, really, really liked that was suggested, or that you suggested that you're like super like, please pick this one. Say it again.
Yeah, say it again. I do like Eep though. We can stick with Eep right now, but I think it would be spicy to include a stage name in there.
I like that.
We're storytellers.
So Eep is the name she was given at birth by her kobold parents.
Well, we haven't even gotten there, McKaylee. We don't know if we can't build a story just yet.
She has to have kobold parents because she's a kobold.
Well,
and you have to have parents to be born.
I can't talk about this, McKaylee. My
was she magically manifested by her patron so that she could live out her days on the world?
Maybe.
That's badass.
Maybe we don't know, McKaylee.
Okay.
Let's get into the warlock part of this.
Okay, let me open my book. It's stuck. Okay, we're gonna fill in the warlock. We're doing a level 3 so that we can get our subclass, which as a warlock, or we get pact boons and other stuff that we want because they're amazing. You get a pact boon at level 3, but at level 1, we're going to start with our wonderful, amazing, lovely hit points.
Oh yeah.
This class, just like the rogue before us, we roll a d8.
So, how do we do hit points, McKaylee? Why don't you explain level 1 and forwards?
Each class has a dice that is associated with their hit points. For both rogues and warlocks, as we know from characters we have built, you get a d8. So that means at level 1, you take the max number on your die, which for us is an 8. But you add in your constitution modifier, which is a +1 for us. So at level 1, we would have 9 hit points. Level 2 is when we start rolling. So Claire, if you could roll a d8 and let us know what you get.
I'm gonna put this on a flat surface.
Yeah.
Don't fail me.
Ugh.
5.
5 is pretty good. 5, I think, is average. Yeah. So you do 5 plus 1. So then we've got 15 hit points at level 2, but we're level 3. So I need you to roll again. If it's a 1, roll again. Is it a 2?
4.
It's a 4? Okay.
No, it's a 4.
That's not bad. And then plus 1. So we have 20 hit points at level 3. That's pretty badass. And while we're here, let's fill in our initiative, which your initiative is your dexterity modifier, which is super easy. You don't even have to think about it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get bonuses. Very, very rarely you get bonuses, but yeah, not super often. Should we move on?
Oh yeah.
Okay, now we're getting into proficiencies. So,
Woo.
as a warlock, we have proficiency in light armor, which that's going to include like leather and studded and pretty much just leather. But we're proficient in it, which means we can wear it and get bonuses from it. It's pretty lit and stuff. Weapons.
Yeah.
We are proficient in simple weapons, which that is, so it's split, all the weapons are split up into simple and martial. Simple are ones that like your farm boy could pick up and yield. Martial are ones that you need like extensive training or to be like super strong to be able to wield expertly. You can essentially wield anything you want, but like you're not gonna get bonuses unless you're good at it. So
Yeah.
like in real life. So
Yeah. Like in real life.
like in real life, we don't have any tools as a warlock. We already put our saving throws, our wisdom and charisma. And now, if you could go back to the other page, please. We're going.
Yeah, the pages. I forgot to address that.
Oh my goodness. We need to roll for proficiencies. So we already have proficiency in acrobatics and performance from our background as an entertainer.
The heck? I'm just trying to exist over here.
Okay, so I need you to roll a d8 so we can figure out what from the list of suggested or from given warlock proficiencies we want. If it's an 8, roll again. There's only 7.
Fuck. Oh man, it was an 8.
Oh my god.
It was an 8 again.
Jesus Christ, stop rolling so well.
1.
A 1. Arcana.
Yeah.
So we are good at Arcana, which is an intelligence thing.
The heck?
So that's just like knowing like how magic works, basically.
Something's not happening over here.
Um,
Hello?
you're doing great, and I love you. Maybe that's why my grandpa thought we were gay. Well, I'm gay, but it thought that we were gay as in dating. That must be why, because I keep saying I love you and calling you babe.
That is a good point.
But
Because
I do
I'm
love
having
you.
a subtle tech moment. Let's jump back to the two of us.
Okay. Wait a second. We're gonna do the logo, Claire. You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
And go. Do 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 do. You didn't
I
do
just
it with
let
me.
you do the
Yeah,
solo.
what's happening? What was that? What was that?
I was just vibing to the sounds that you were making. I forgot. I was dancing to the sounds, okay? I don't know what to
To
tell
the
you.
sounds. It's not even music. It's just sound. Okay.
Yeah. All right, I'll try to figure out what's happening. What's happening?
Cool.
But we can keep going.
Yeah, well, so do you mind if I roll then while you work on that?
Yes.
I want to roll also.
Yes, of course.
These are my dice. This is also my mini. I painted this mini. Wow, look at this. Oh my goodness. Isn't
Is that
she
Nessa?
gorgeous? That's Nessa. She's a barbarian, but she doesn't look like it because she's a Path of the Beast, and so she manifests claws and stuff, and so she looks super unintimidating, but then she becomes a literal beast, and it's super badass. Okay, D8. I have too many dice, said no one ever.
Yeah, it's hard to pick, isn't it?
Wait, I need to do a D6 now because there's only 7 options. I got a 2, so it's history. So our character is good at Arcana and history. Also, if you wanted to know, I rolled this pink sparkly dice, and it's gorgeous.
Okay, I think I'm ready to jump
go
back
back?
in.
Okay, Claire, ready? You gonna sing
Oh
with me
no!
this
Wait.
time?
Yeah, I'm gonna sing with you this time. Okay.
You gonna leave me hanging?
No, I'm not gonna leave you hanging.
Ready?
Yeah.
Do 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 do. Fuck you. Um.
I oh no, my phone fell.
I wish. Mary Claire, I don't know. You weren't looking, but I was flipping you off that entire time, and also nobody else could see that because we were. But I wanted to share it to you.
I saw it.
Oh well, there you go. I flipped you off, bitch. Just kidding. I love you.
Okay.
Fuck.
Okay.
So we have all of our proficiencies. What?
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 Nothing.
We're a mess.
Just keep going.
Okay. Okay. So now we need to do equipment. This is important because of reasons.
Okay.
So I need you to roll. We have the option between a light crossbow with 20 bolts or any simple weapon. I need you to roll a d4. And if it's odd, we do the first one. If it's even, we do the second.
3.
It's a light crossbow. So we have a light crossbow with 20 bolts. Fun fact, in our one game where we did Curse of Strahd, we played with, shout out Michael, Lumaris, we played with a Warlock who completely forgot that he had a dagger until, like, the last game. Like, he just never used weapons, ever, at all. He had them, and then, in one game, he was like, oh, shit, wait, I can stab somebody, what the fuck? And it was really funny.
It was pretty humorous.
It was very humorous. This is my joke. Okay. Now we need to know, do we have a component pouch, which you use things like eyelashes and feathers and stuff to cast spells, or do we have an arcane focus, which is like a wand or a staff or a token? Roll a d4.
3.
We have a component pouch. So your spells will tell you what you need for as components to make the spell possible. Some DMs will make you like keep track of that and buy stuff, but some will be a little more lenient on it and just be like, it's okay, you have it. It depends on the game.
It's mostly just if a spell you're wanting to use uses something that's of like monetary value that you might have to like go buy it.
Yeah, because like if you need to use a 500 gold piece diamond, then you need to find that diamond.
But like eyelashes, that's in your component pouch. Don't even worry about that.
Oh my god, I actually did pluck an eyelash on accident. Interesting.
Put it in your component pouch.
Oh no, I blew it and made a wish. That's what you're supposed to do.
You can't use that for a spell now, McKaylee. I'm sorry.
Damn it. Fucked up, man. Okay. Now we need to roll for what pack we have. So roll another d4. So we can see we have a Scholar's pack or a Dungeoneer's pack. If we have a Scholar's pack, we're not kinky. Because it doesn't have rope.
3.
We have a Scholar's
pack. Are you sad?
We have a Scholar's pack. So we don't have any rope.
Is that one of the only ones that doesn't have rope?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, the packs are in the player's handbook. They'll tell you, like, what is in each. And you don't really need to, like, keep track of that. It's generally, like, the same kind of stuff. Where it's, like, you have...
Well, you should look it up, like, one time at least. Because you might creatively use something in there to solve a problem or something.
So, as a scholar, we have a backpack, a book of lore, which is... That's pretty cool. A bottle of ink, an ink pen, 10 sheets of parchment, a little bag of sand, and a small knife. So that's some pretty, like... I feel like you could use that in some creative ways.
throw sand in your enemy's eyes. Run really fast.
But then you won't have any sand to dry your ink. What will you do?
You'll rough it because we're an adventurer.
You're right. You're right. Man. Okay. So then...
Yeah, no kinky stuff for our kobold. That's right.
I know. See, we don't get any rope, so our kobold can't be kinky.
Regular stuff.
We'll have
regular stuff, you know?
We'll have to go buy rope if we want to do the sexy times.
Sure. Naturally.
It's the only way, obviously. What, you think Sven and Esmeralda didn't use rope?
Listen, McKaylee, we don't have to talk about you and your NPC lover, okay?
I just love her. She's gorgeous and hot. Everyone look up Esmeralda from Curse of Strahd. Gorgeous. So something else that we get. We get any simple weapon, which we can figure out what that is. We also get 2 daggers.
We get 2 daggers?
2 daggers.
Wait, what was the first one you said? A simple weapon?
Yeah.
Oh.
Any simple weapon. 2 daggers. Were you reading something in chat?
Yes.
I love it.
The dice are creating a total nerd. Proficiency in Arcana and History and Scholars Pack. You're absolutely right.
This is true. We just have this little nerdy baby. Yes.
Who's a storyteller? Oh my goodness.
Who's a storyteller? Oh my gosh.
She?
And she carries a book of lore with her. Oh, it's perfect.
That's cute.
I love it. Okay.
I feel like every week we say something is cute. That isn't to make her small. No. It's because we love them so much.
Are you kidding? I think Quilliam was had to be like 7 feet tall.
Oh, yeah.
And we said that Quilliam was adorable.
Well, all of them are adorable, even if they're evil. Quilliam was evil. Right?
Yeah, he was evil, and it was so sad.
But we support Quilliam.
We do, because he's evil for a reason. They're evil for a reason. They
are evil
They were framed for murder.
They were framed for murder and had to watch their platypus die of whatever they died of. But
rest in peace, Harold. Okay.
Yep.
Could you write down, we have a simple weapon and a leather armor.
Do we want to roll for the weapon?
Oh yeah, we can. That's a big table to roll on that I don't have prepared. Fuck. Let me see.
A D20?
Yes, roll with a D20. There's only 14 simple weapons in the player's handbook.
12.
12 is going to be... Wow, I can't do math. Darts.
Darts?
Darts.
My kobold has darts.
I love it. Your kobold also wants to learn how to use a whip. You sexy motherfucker.
Just imagine the things that a kobold could do with whip, because they got shorter arms, so the whip's like extra long. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Makes sense. We also
Fairly...
have leather armor as the warlock. And so leather armor is going to give us 11 plus our dexterity, just as a basis. And since our dexterity is +2, we have 13 armor, which is not super bad.
Yeah, so just a reminder, AC armor class is what it takes to hit you and what it takes to hit other people. So when you're in combat, you'll generally be rolling a D20 and adding something. And if it's higher than your target's AC armor class, then you hit them.
Yes. It's a great time. And then if somebody rolls higher than your AC, they hit you. And you cry.
Yeah.
Or you just get mad and hit them back. Okay. Okay, it's time to roll on a table. So at first level, you get your otherworldly patron. So this is going to be the Eldritch Sugar Daddy. Or mommy or parent.
Are we rolling for that?
Yeah, we roll for it. So we're gonna roll a D10, please, Mary Claire, to find out what kind of thing is giving us power.
7.
A 7 is a Hexblade Warlock. So that's from Xanther's Guide to Everything, which is pretty lit.
That's where I put this, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So this is like our subclass, essentially. Yeah, and it's one that some people say is like one of the best as a warlock. I don't know. I've never played it.
Best as in like most fun, or best as in like you get cool stuff?
Powerful.
We are strong and
yes. So
Kobold.
you've made a pact with an entity from the Shadowfell. You have a sentient magic weapon carved from shadow.
Okay.
Yes. You. Oh man.
There's a lot of things with.
So you basically create a weapon that emulates Shadowfell energy. Yeah, that's pretty wild. Okay, so
Pricey.
at first level, you get Hexblade's Curse. That is your feature, your first level feature. You as a bonus action, you curse a creature within 30 feet of you. They are cursed for 1 minute. So,
Whoa.
as a cursed creature, you get a bonus to damage that's equal to your proficiency bonus, which normally you don't get to add your proficiency to damage, just to your attack. So that's pretty awesome. Any attack roll against them is a critical hit on a 19 or a 20, which... So when you roll a d20 to hit somebody, if you roll a 20, it's called a critical hit. And super lit, you get to double your dice that you roll for damage, which is fucking amazing. So this just means that even if you roll a 19 instead of a 20, you get to also double your damage. Pretty badass. And if they die... If that creature dies, you get hit points back from them equal to your level plus your charisma modifier. So at 3rd level, we would get 6 hit points if our cursed creature dies.
That's cool.
Yeah. You can only use it once per short or long rest.
Yeah. And I'm not writing down all of that information. For your own character sheet, if you're making a Hexblade Warlock, you might want to write down those details.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't, just make sure you have that like page or a picture of it pulled up when you play, so you don't forget all the cool stuff you have.
Yeah. You never want to forget. That. Yeah. I played the entire Curse of Strahd campaign not knowing that I had 2-weapon fighting, because I didn't know what it meant on my character sheet when I wrote in shorthand that I can fight with two weapons. I didn't know what that meant. So, sometimes shorthand is good, but sometimes you need to fill in everything. But we're just doing shorthand because we need to fit it all in here. Yes. But, cool. What am I... Yes, our next thing is called Hex Warrior. So,
which we get at first level as well.
Yes, we get this at first level. So you're going to want to go down to our proficiencies, because we get more proficiencies. We are now proficient with medium armor, shields, and martial weapons. So medium armor is when it's going to start including, like, heavier stuff. Let me pull this up so that I don't
lead y'all the wrong way. Yeah, medium armor is including hide, chain shirt, scale mail, breastplate, and half plate. So those are like, those will give you more than 11 plus dexterity that the leather armor does. Like hide is 13 or 12 plus dexterity. So that would have given us 14 if we had that, which now we can. So that's pretty awesome. But also what this does, you can, so your patron allows you to mystically channel your will through a weapon. So when you finish a long rest, you can touch one weapon you are proficient with that isn't two-handed. When you attack with that weapon, you use charisma instead of strength or dexterity.
So what you're saying is that we could touch a whip.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
I mean, it's true. So we could touch a whip because it's a martial weapon, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a martial weapon. So we could touch a whip, and then instead of adding our dexterity to attacks and damage, we would add our charisma to attacks and damage because we're using our magical sugar daddy energy to power that whip.
Yes.
Yeah. That's super lit. I was wondering about this because I was like, we're not super strong or super dexterous. How the fuck are we going to be good at fighting? Like, but it's because you're using your charisma. What the fuck? Damn. I hope we get this. So at level 3, you get a pact boon. And so you make a pact, or your pact gives you something. And one of the things is a pact blade. Or pact of the blade. And so you know, it has to do with making a weapon that deals with your person. If you get Pact of the Blade and you're a Hexblade Warlock, this extends to every pact weapon you conjure. So, that's pretty cool. No matter the type. So that means you can use a two-handed weapon if you have Pact of the Blade and you are a Hexblade Warlock. That's pretty lit.
Pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty lit.
Damn! See, this is why, you can be magic, use spells, and then also be a melee fighter as a Hexblade Warlock. That's why people like it.
That's true.
It's pretty lit. It's pretty lit.
Best of both worlds, you know?
Best of both worlds. Okay. I think that is all that we get for that.
Okay.
So the next thing that we get is Pact Magic, which we're not gonna calculate all that on here. We can't. Should we calculate all that on here? Like our spell, our spell save DC. We don't have a spot for it, but we can put it on here.
Yeah, we can put it on here.
Okay, so
that's another kind of our stratagem. I played a druid, didn't fully understand the spell save DC and all that stuff.
Yep, it was a great time.
Great time.
So, as a warlock, you get 2 cantrips that you know from the warlock spell list, and then you have a certain amount of spell slots based on your level. There's a whole chart that like explains it. We're not gonna pick spells because that's super complicated. But there is also your spellcasting ability as a warlock is charisma. So we're going to calculate our spell save DC and our spell attack modifier. So DC is like what people need to save, like what they need to roll to save from one of your spells. Attack is what you add to your rolls to hit someone with a spell. So it'll just depend on what the spell says. It'll tell you if you need to check your DC or you need to add your attack. So for DC, we're going to do 8 plus our proficiency bonus, which at level 2, or at level 3, is 2. So plus 2. And then we're going to add our charisma modifier, which is plus 3. So, that should be a total
13.
of 13.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw, mother truckers.
And what's our attack?
Our attack is going to be just our proficiency plus our charisma modifier.
That's 5.
That is 5. And you put the plus just because it's your modifier. It's what you're adding to it. So you want to say that that's what you're adding.
So your spell save DC is, there's not a plus because you are not going to be adding that to anything. It's going to be you cast a spell that does something where the other person has to roll a save on.
Mm-hmm. So they have to roll a 13 or higher to not be affected or to get less damage.
Yeah.
Or...
And then the attack, you just add it like when you attack with a dagger or a whip. Because like the comments say, like the chat says, we're making Kobold Indiana Jones.
Yes! Oh my god, what if she has a little fedora?
I can't wait till we get to the part, is that the next part? Are we there now?
No. We have 2 more things that we have to do as Warlock, and then we're going to get into the next part.
Okay, the story building part, I'm very excited to see if this folds very beautifully into a Indiana Jones book, or if we go wacky a different way.
Wild.
But yes, carry on. What was the next thing?
Okay, so this part's I really should have, and I haven't done this yet because it was complicated, and I was just hoping we wouldn't make a Warlock for a while so that I could have time to make this into a chart. But fate screwed me, so fuck you, dice gods. We're doing
you didn't, to be fair though, Michaela, you didn't roll before this stream, so.
I didn't roll before this stream. I didn't know that I was going to be this fucked. Okay.
Well, I'm not. You're superstitious.
The dice tell me things, Claire.
I understand. They say things, and sometimes they're not nice, but, hopefully they'll say nice things next time.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I just choked on my own spit. Sorry. I was dying for a second there.
I'll die.
Anyway, so we're doing our Eldritch Invocations, which is something that you get at level 2 that are super awesome. So they're fragments of forbidden knowledge that you get included with your abilities. So they're super cool things like Misty Visions, where you can cast Silent Image at will without expending a spell slot or material components. So stuff like that, that are, like, cool. I didn't make a table to roll for this, because some of these you only get at certain levels. Some of these you only get with certain packs. So, let me think how I want to do this. How do I want to do this? Thank you, Matthew Mercer. I'm just going to use the ones from the Player's Handbook today. We're going to roll for our Pact Boon first, and then I'm going to tell you how we're going to roll for our Eldritch Invocation in a second.
Sure.
Isn't this great?
We're just rocking and rolling. Yeah. What do I roll?
You're going to roll a d4 to tell me if we have Pact of the Blade, Chain, Talisman, or Tome. Which Blade, Chain, and Tome are all from the Player's Handbook. Talisman is from the... Nice! That's from the Tasha's Culture of Everything. Pact of the Tome is super badass, and this is what I've made most of my Warlocks, TBH. It's pretty awesome. So you have a Book of Shadows. That super awesome. You get to add 3 cantrips to your Book of Shadows. So you have a total of 5 fucking cantrips.
That's pretty cool. I'm gonna write that down.
Isn't that amazing? Yes. While you have the book, you can cast them at will. And it doesn't count against the number of cantrips that you know.
Wow.
So,
That's
also,
your
you can pick these cantrips from any class.
That's pretty cool.
So if you wanted to take like a cleric, like Spare the Dying, you could.
Yeah.
If you wanted the druid craft from, druids, you could. But it would count as a warlock spell for you.
That's really cool.
Super badass.
It also makes sense because she's a storyteller. She's traveled and she's arcana. She's good at that. Good at history.
It's all working out so well.
It's really working out. Let's keep seeing how this goes.
So if you lose your book though, you can perform a 1-hour ceremony to make a replacement.
Okay.
So this is something that you need to keep on you. It turns to ash when you die, so if you ever die in the game, just keep in mind that your book just turned to ash. Spicy. I know. So that means if you die and come back to life, you'll have to make a new book.
Oh man, that sucks.
Even if you're dead for like 1 minute, you gotta make a new book.
What a dilemma to have to die, and then when you come back, your book's gone.
Well, no, like what if you die in the heat of battle and your cleric brings you back to life during battle? Now you can't cast those 3 cantrips anymore.
That's a good point. I was just bullying you.
I know. I just wanted to make a point that it could be a super important.
No, I do.
Clutch
You're right.
thing.
If you come back right in the moment and you're using some really cool cantrips, then you can't for the rest of that battle.
If you had like Firebolt or something and you had it from your tome, you can't do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let me you talk about something.
Oh. I was like, what's happening? I've never made a warlock before. I think it would be cool because it's like I don't know if there's like so many flavors of warlock that you can do, because you could do, I feel like there's a lot of people who play warlocks like super emo and dramatic and stuff, but I think there's a lot of really cool ways that you could play a warlock. Like, I don't think she doesn't feel like moody and dramatic.
Yeah.
It feels like Indiana Jones.
I love it. Fuck yeah, Indiana Jones. Oh my gosh. That just made me think, well, because you know how she's gets distracted by pretty faces or whatever that one was?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that scene in Indiana Jones when the girl, like, blinks and it says on her eyes, like, see?
Yes.
Or, like, what is it? Love you?
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah.
So fucking creepy.
Honestly.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Truly.
Yes. But she would be the one to falter her story, like Indiana Jones, and be like, wait, what? Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Sure.
Okay. Anyway, I need you to roll
Okay.
a d20.
Oh, okay.
If it is 15 or above, roll again.
6.
6 is... Hold on. 6. Okay. I love this one. Devil's Sight is what it's called. You can see normally in darkness,
That's part of our...
both magical and non-magical, to a distance of 120 feet. Isn't that badass?
Nice. It's pretty badass.
You know, if you had like a sorcerer that was prone to casting darkness randomly, that'd be super lit to have. Shout out to Kolthon. from my Friday campaigns.
Nice.
God, I love that kid. Okay.
If I
Oh, I need you to roll again.
what do I need to roll?
Same thing.
Oh,
Because you get 2.
you asked me to roll 20, right?
Yes.
My brain said I put that dice away. It doesn't exist anymore.
Not here. Brain gone.
Oh, I
Brain
rolled a
empty.
20.
Roll again.
I rolled a 20.
Yay!
I wish that this meant something right now. I wish it meant something.
I know.
3.
A 3? Oh, thank God. 1, 2. I don't have to count long. Ooh, this is so cute. Beast speech. So,
Oh, okay.
you can cast Speak with Animals at will without expending a spell slot. So essentially, you can just talk to any animal that you want.
Cool.
Isn't that's the time. That's the
I like
time.
that.
Oh my God.
Are these part of the Pack of the Tome, or are these other?
These are just as a warlock at level 2. You get like these boon. They're Eldritch
Oh, they're called boons.
Invocations.
Okay, that's good.
No, they're not boons.
Yeah.
The boon is the tome. These are Eldritch Invocations, which are, they're just like things that you learn from your sugar daddy to.
Great. Love it.
Yeah, it's forbidden knowledge that's given you further magical ability, basically. Yeah. It's pretty lit.
That is cool.
Yeah, which is, I think, this is a theory. I don't know what, in Critical Role, there is a villain named Lucian, and, Lucius? Lucian is my son.
Lucian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucian was the name of my son in Curse of Strahd. Because
because you were the classic rogue that adopts a child.
Because the child was going to be eaten by a hag.
That's true. That's a very good point. I'm just saying that you happen to fall into a common thing that happens sometimes.
To be honest, I didn't know anything about stereotypes when I kidnapped that child. And I did try to return the child to the parents, but the parents were high on evil pies made of children, so I didn't want to give the child back to the parents that had just sold him to a hag to be made into evil pie.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lucian, holy shit. Claire, can you say his name again? Because I'm going crazy.
Lucian.
Okay, I'm pretty sure, is
the fact you've said it so many times has made me doubt that it's a word anymore, even though I know it's a name.
Okay,
You're
but
right. Spoilers. Oh my gosh, McKaylee, we need to be better about spoilers.
Oh, is it a spoiler that he's a bad guy?
Yes.
What? They don't know who it is. Oh, I just remember when you first hear his name.
Family, friends here. Hi. I just need to point something out about McKaylee. She can't keep a secret. Just like period. She cannot keep secrets. Specifically with me, and the fact that it's just us talking and chatting. It probably makes it harder.
Well, it's because I want to tell you everything. Claire, I have like 5 secrets that I want to tell you right now that I know I can't talk about in front of one person.
Yeah, I know. McKaylee is terrible at secrets, and so probably frequently forgets that spoilers exist.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm the worst. Hate on me.
I will start to call out spoilers and just I'll be on the watch because
Yes.
that is a good point. But Critical Role Campaign 2, watch it. It's
You
cool.
should watch it. Yes, I won't say what I was going to say then. It'd be like too much. But I have a thought about him that I will share with you after this, Claire, when it's just the two of us. Yes.
What about our Warlock Kobold?
Our Warlock Kobold, Eep? Those are all her invocations. We've already done her pact boon. Claire.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, my favorite part's about to start. Okay.
We got all the book stuff out of the way.
Got all the book stuff out of the way. You can find all this stuff online everywhere and in books and source books and stuff. But what you can't find, you can only find here, is a chart that we made. We call it the potato.
'Cause we're dumb.
Hey, it's so smart.
Okay.
Don't even try me. It's so smart. It's an acronym. It's not just the potato.
Yes.
Because that would be dumb if it was just
true.
the potato.
Then it wouldn't make sense.
Then it wouldn't make sense. But I'm never gonna not be excited to tell what the acronym is. I'm sorry. I'm just okay.
You gotta share it.
The potato. Personalized obscure traits about tenacious onions.
It's so good.
Just sit with it for a second. Just sit with it. Because this
Think
is a
about
table that it currently has what? Like
230.
230.
No, well, I added one today, so 231.
Okay, 231 traits that make your storytelling a little bit more spicy. Just to help us kind of figure out a path. They're all very random, ranging from normal to kind of obscure things.
Yeah.
Hold on. I want to check chat really quick before we roll on this.
Yeah. That's fair.
1 second.
I'm super excited about this.
You're right, Rob. This character does write herself. She is Indiana Jones, but we're about to see if she's more Indiana Jones or if she's a flavor of Indiana Jones. So we're gonna roll
Jones. Sorry, I just want to share. Indiana Jones was like one of my favorite movies as a kid. I had all of them on VHS, and I would watch them all the time. Yeah.
Me too.
Especially The Last Crusade. Very good one.
Well, which was my favorite?
If you say the Crystal Skull, I'm gonna have to come to where you are.
No, McKaylee, that one doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't.
It's not even in there.
Bullshit. It's bullshit.
It happens so much later, and it's like not. It doesn't feel the same.
It didn't make sense. It was just weird. It was trying too hard.
That one makes me happy, but I also like the third one.
Yeah. Was that the one where the kid gets his heart ripped out?
No, this is the second one.
Oh, okay.
Spoilers, McKaylee. Spoilers. Spoilers.
Sorry,
Please.
that scene just sticks with me, like, in my mind, because I was, like,
Stop
8 when I saw it.
Stop talking about it. No more talking about the movie.
Oh, no.
I don't know what it is about the second movie in a trilogy is less exciting for me.
Yeah.
Not Indiana Jones is one of them, but it's not to say that it's bad. It's
because that was the one. That was like that one was a little weird, and then the next one was the goblet, right? The third one was the.
I think so. I mean, my brain's like.
It was the one with his dad in it.
Yeah,
and
with
yeah. Okay. I liked that one. That one wasn't. I think I liked the second one because it had so many things that as a kid I was like, I shouldn't be watching this.
Oh.
And I was excited.
I remember the third one, I think, has a different rating than the other two. And I remember going to my parents' room and being like, hey, can I please watch this one? I've seen the other ones. I'm very excited. And my brother is going to watch it with me because he's older than me, so he has authority. And it was fine. But let's get to this potato.
Potato! Personalized obscure traits about tenacious onions.
Which, all of that makes sense until the onions, but the onions makes the most sense because why, McKaylee?
Because onions have layers. Ogres have layers. We have layers.
So we're ogres is the default on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it's that we have layers and characters have layers and we're building stories. But
yeah,
that's the
ogres.
That's the boring version. That's the
Donkey.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a D100, right?
Yes, please do. Before I start
Okay.
saying anything else stupid.
37.
37! Ooh. This is weird. Okay,
Okay.
I wrote this with the barbarian in mind. So, paints their whole body before going into battle.
Okay.
I love it. Maybe she paints like some like Shadowfell like stylistic paint. Like it's all like black and stuff and like
Listen, this
creepy.
small kobold
Yes.
who's studious, good at arcana and telling stories, and is a warlock, just like telling the stories and being smaller and stuff.
Mhm.
And then in battle, she's a badass because she does
Heck yeah.
whatever thing for her.
Ooh,
Magic
she's
sugar
doing the
daddy.
knot thing in the opening sequence of Critical Role where she jumps on the ogre's arm or whatever that is, giant, and then like crawls on her back and is like, "Pow, pow."
I feel like she is probably gonna be someone who has to convince people of her stories at times. Like I feel like maybe that's the draw of her, is that she has these crazy stories and people don't necessarily like want to believe her, but they're so amazing. How could they not?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Are we gonna roll
Let's
one
do
or two more?
2 more. I like 3. 3 is a good number because we're level 3.
These are good. Level 3. You
We're
got a
level
good
3.
point.
You know, I don't have any other 3
14?
thing. Okay. Ooh. You're gonna have to tell me how this one works out because I'm excited to hear it.
Okay.
Only speaks through pictures.
Okay.
And she's
All right.
a storyteller.
Okay. Hey, you know what? This is starting to become like interpretive storytelling. You know, it's not just storytelling as you assume it is. You know.
Mhm.
All right. One more.
One more.
Oh my gosh.
I
love the ones that don't make sense. They're the most fun.
Because you have to justify it.
What is that number? 93?
93. Whoa, way down at the bottom. Has impeccable penmanship.
All right. Okay. That is so important, right?
It's super important, Claire.
Okay.
That they have impeccable penmanship. See, some of these are very small, some of these are very big.
I just need to say, if I spell any of these wrong, it's because I'm looking at our chart and McKaylee wrote,
You bitch.
I'm sorry.
Yes, okay, I can't spell, and I made this chart on Excel, and so I wrote most of these down. I dictated, well, Claire dictated for some of them, and I wrote them, and so I don't know how to spell. I'm not an English major.
Okay, hold on. Okay, let's look. That is why she has her books. That's a good point, Marshall. Okay, let me look back and see if we got some stage name thoughts.
Oh, yeah. We need a stage name.
Herba is a nice stage name, means both grass and weed in Italian. Cool. Or she could have a longer stage name because her name is short. The amazing and wonderful Kernistagola. That's cool.
Whoa.
Stage name Esperanza. What if we like marry those and do the amazing and wonderful Esperanza?
I love the name Esperanza. Did you ever read Esperanza Rising as a kid?
No, what's that about?
Oh, it's about a little girl from Mexico who gets kicked out of her home and is forced to flee the country. And then she ends up moving to California with her mom, and she has to, like, run a farm for the first time in her life because her dad was killed. And so she, like, lived on a ranch and was, like, a really, like, oh, God, it's such a sad book. But it's really good. It's Yeah, but the girl's name is Esperanza, which means rose in Spanish, I think, something like that. Right? No, it means rising, or something. No, what does it mean? What does it mean? I don't know. Whoever wrote it, you might know better than me.
Well, I don't know.
It means something, and I loved
We
it.
can look into it. We can look
Okay.
into it, and then we can.
I don't know words.
Oh, can we? Can we share the chart in some way so that people can use it?
I would love to, yeah.
Yeah, we currently it's like kind of a mess because one half of it is
Unfinished?
it's not quite finished, but we will figure out how to make it like put it on like a separate thing and see if we can share it that way so that you can like access it and stuff. Also, something that I know that we really want. Oh, it's a type of flower.
That's what it is.
It means hope.
Because it's hope rising. That's why the book is called that. And I thought it was awesome when I was a kid. And I wrote half of my paper on that and just expanded on it.
That's really cool. But yeah, actually something that we really wanted to do with the potato is because you guys have really great ideas. We wanted to like see if you guys had any like ideas for random traits and things.
Yeah.
Which I think we were gonna try and post something on Twitter when people care to share their ideas with us because they're so cool. But we can figure out how to get it so we can share it so you can use it too.
The goal is to get this. The long-term goal is to get this chart to 1,000.
Yes.
So we can roll a D1000.
Yeah, because that's fun because you get to roll 2 D10s and three
D10s. Yeah, you roll 2 for 100, so 3 D10s.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
And it'd be pretty lit, and we'd have so many things.
It'd be pretty lit.
Yeah.
But yes, back to Miss Eep.
Miss Eep, the amazing and wonderful Esperanza. Oh my god, and see, she has the EP in her stage name too.
That is pretty cute. Okay, let's look at her, okay?
Okay.
All right. We're
peer into her.
We're a kobold. We're a warlock, a hexblade warblock. Warbler. We're a bird.
What are we? This is Roblox. What's happening?
We are storytelling entertainer. We speak common, draconic. We have a pan flute. We have a love letter from an admirer. We've got costume. We change our mind quickly. We really like it when people smile. That makes our hearts happy. Somebody stole our instrument.
Oh, yeah.
We love pretty faces. Okay. All right. We love pretty faces. We have a... What was that thing in the Scholars Pack that was
Sand?
notable? No.
The lore book?
It was something else. I don't remember what
there
it was.
There was a lore book. Like a book
of... a lore book. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. We paint our whole body before going into battle. We only speak through pictures.
Wait, one of our things is that we have beast speech. How do we talk to animals?
Maybe that's the only way we talk.
We can only talk to animals.
Yeah. We can only talk to animals.
So we only verbally speak. What? Okay, but also we have to verbally speak for spells, unless you talk with your DM about it.
That is a good point.
Because that is... So, for spells, you have 3 components that you need. There's verbal, material, and somatic. And your spell will tell you which you need.
What if instead of only speaks through pictures, we are a person of few words, so we don't speak very much? So it feels like we only speak through pictures because the words we say are so few.
Yeah. Or, we try and explain things by, like, drawing it out sometimes. Because we have all these books and paper with us. So we explain through pictures sometimes.
what if we're one of those, those performance art people who draw the like landscapes and they like flip it and it's like a face or something like they
Yeah.
what if we our performance style of storytelling is like we we get a big canvas up and the story is our drawing because we have impeccable penmanship.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that translates to like a little artistic ability maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a story and it's super intricate because it's impeccable and
Yes.
it has like all these amazing images and stuff
Mm-hmm.
of our battles. And maybe our appearance in these storytelling moments is more maybe bookish because we have all these like maybe we carry around all of our books with us and they go up on stage with us too because we like books and stuff.
Yeah, it's a
And
little comfort thing when we're on stage.
and that that's her like stage presence, but her fighting presence is like literally the opposite because we've got beast speech, we paint we put intense like paint on us for battle and combat, and we contact our magic sugar daddy.
Yes. I love it.
That's pretty fun. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, what do you think?
I like it. I think it'd be interesting to like describe like whenever, because you have the feature where you're able to like perform for money and shelter and stuff. I think it'd be really cool like to role play like what you're creating for your story time, and that'd be really cute. You could have some really cute things.
And maybe what I wonder, just trying to pull in all of our things
Yes.
along this. Let's revisit this somebody stole an instrument. Oh, ooh, okay, let's think. Why don't we speak much? What if it was like, oh man, oh boy. So what if we're like a little shy, right?
Okay.
A little shy. And so we learn the pan flute really well because it's like the way that we connect with people is through playing our instrument.
Yeah.
It's really important to us, and maybe it's the thing that we get with the by popular demand. Like that's how we accrue things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it makes us happy to see people happy that we're playing our pan flute.
Yes.
And we see someone who's beautiful in a tavern, and this person steals our pan flute.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Damn. I thought there was going to be a build-up, like they fall in love and they date, and then this person is like, fuck you, you motherfucker, you little kobold bitch. I make everything more dramatic than it needs to be.
It can be, because I don't know, maybe maybe the reason we're storytellers is because we love history, and so the stories started as like through music, and then because our pan flute was stolen, we still wanted to convey the story of like the emotion that story brings you. And so we learned how to draw. And I feel like this is a character that if we were to play, they would frequently use the grovel, cower, and beg at the beginning. Like if you're thinking about this character's journey, like at the beginning you might choose to use that more. If we've decided that she's a little more shy and made me more hesitant because somebody stole her fucking pan flute.
So now she doesn't trust people as much. She thinks people are bad and mean to her. Also, though, people probably aren't as trusting to kobolds, and so that might be why she's a little more shy, is that she's immediately like, oh man, these people aren't gonna like me, or they're gonna think that I'm like sneaky and suspicious and like selfish, and they're not gonna want to like trust me.
What if it's like, because we've mentioned that she maybe has a different persona in combat versus telling stories? What if she actually has a different persona? Like, she is she's different. Like, I'm not talking about like if I saw her in the tavern and I saw her on the battlefield, I wouldn't be able to realize that those are the same.
Yeah.
Like, has this reputation of being a storyteller, you know, like.
But that's her, what is it? Yeah.
Wonderful Esperanza.
Yeah. That's not Eep.
But has a bad reputation of being Eep.
Mm-hmm.
The Hexblade Warlock.
I dig it. So that's why she puts paint on too. So that it's like, so she wears her cute little
because she has a disguise kit. She's got a disguise kit.
What if she wears little glasses when she's Esperanza, and so she wears little glasses, and she has
looks like a cute little old lady.
No, not like a little old lady, just like a little scholar girl. Like,
okay, so this is a spicy flavor of Indiana Jones.
Yes. So Indiana Jones, yeah, because that's what he did when he was like Professor Jones. He was wearing like just like tucked in shirts and he had glasses. And then when he was Indiana Jones, he had the badass outfit with the boots and the whip and the hat. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Also, I'm checking on chat real quick. I think the thief, I think Quilliam, would actually befriend Eep.
Yeah.
But before they were evil, before Quilliam became evil, I feel like if Quilliam and Eep ran into each other, they would be friends, but maybe not after the chaotic evil switch.
No.
But I think the characters we've made so far, I think they could be friends.
This might be because we built all of them, but then I'm hesitant to say that because we did also both build Alora and Sven, and we thought they'd be friends too.
Yeah. We for our Strahd game.
Should we keep bringing it up?
We went into that thinking, surely, McKaylee and Claire are friends. Surely, Sven and Alora will be friends. Of course, no doubts. Zero.
That's how it works, isn't it?
Literally the exact opposite. Like, so much the opposite.
We fought all the time.
Yeah. But it was, I think it was still, like, it was fun. It wasn't
yeah. I had a blast. You stole my kid. Like, oh, man. Don't deny it. You charmed my kid and tried to trick him into leaving with you.
We can't get into this.
I know, because it'll get too deep.
For his safety, okay?
He would have been safe with me.
When you had black veins and your eyes were like ghostly pale yellow, and you were like evil for a little bit.
I was neutral evil, but it was fine. It was just a curse.
When he saw you, he didn't care, but like he could have. Yeah. He could have been scared. We don't know.
He was. How was he? 4? Was he 6? How old? He was 7. How old was he? I feel like not in Critical Role. How old's my kid? Like Sam.
Hard to say.
Oh well, he was a rogue in training, level 3 rogue.
He was a rogue in training, but back to
level 1 rogue. Mm-hmm.
Back to Eep. How do we feel? I feel like that's pretty good.
I like it. I think it's really cute. She's gonna have some really badass war paint going on. Maybe because she does. So she's just wearing like simple fitting, like simple, like not like super covered up when she's wearing her war paint so that she can cover more of her body, you know? So, like, you can see, like, her arms and legs and stuff.
Like,
but then when she's
the leather armor is just, that's just it. It's just, like, the bare minimum of what she needs.
Yeah, and then she's super painted up.
Her costume is just like regular commoner clothes, like extra, maybe a little extravagant for
maybe a little more like colorful. I imagine like lilac or something like and then frilly stuff.
That'd be cute.
Yes.
Oh, I love her. Wow.
Oh man, what if she wore a little hat with like a flower in it when she's Esperanza? That'd be so cute.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So she has her little glasses. She has her hat with a little like yellow flower. It's like a lilac purple hat, like maybe a bowler cap or something.
Sure.
And
Absolutely.
then she's got this really cute like. Oh, I'm just picturing her, and she's so cute.
I love this.
And then with her war paint, she could have like.
Yeah, I would love her to be played and like see how she interacts with a party. Like, is she an NPC or can she? I think she can be either, but it would be interesting to play this kind of character who has like a double life, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Would be fun.
It'd be pretty lit.
I don't know why
love it.
Chat disappeared for a little bit for me for a second there.
Boom.
So if you said something, I haven't seen it. Say it again, please.
I have tried and tried again to get chat to pull up, but I only have like the first 3 messages from chat from today. I can't see anything else.
There are so many.
I have no idea what's going on, so it's wonderful. I'm in the dark over here.
Having a good time.
We are having a great fucking time. Having a good time. Having a good time. Sorry.
Yep. And you ask why I want to just like listen to you make doodle sounds, like doodle tune sounds. I don't know why I put doodle in there. It just feels like you're going like do to do to do.
You mean the transition sounds?
Yeah, the transition.
You can make some good sounds. What was?
I just don't.
I'm trying to remember what my deep speech sound was, but I'm afraid to do it because I'm gonna do it wrong. It was like.
Oh, it was more like.
You come for me, and the day
it was a little different.
Yeah, I know. I can't think of what it was. It was like.
Do you know? Did you watch SpongeBob?
Yes.
You know,
Obviously.
I think SpongeBob and Patrick do it the most, where they like the magic conch, I think is maybe the episode that it happens, where they do the like, they do that sound that you did for the, I can't, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
That's definitely not what the deep speech sound was. Maybe that's what infernal sounds like.
Yeah. I just want to play a game with you where you say what you're saying, but
infernal I think actually sounds more like.
Yep, that feels right. What about draconic? Because that's what Eep speaks.
Draconic, I think, has more like tongue clicking sounds and is like.
Okay. Okay. You know, there are actual languages that, like, it's completely clicking, which is, honestly, I don't know if Sunny's still in the stream.
I know, where's our linguist major when we need it?
Our linguistics friend. Language is so interesting.
Yeah.
And these made-up languages, also very cool.
Mm-hmm. Super fun! I wish there was a full Dwarvish language so I could learn how to say it now that I can write it.
Yep. Me too. Yes. We've really come full circle.
We really have. I know.
Dwarvish. That's so sad.
I know. If anybody ever wants anything written in English and Dwarvish, in the Dwarvish script, let me know.
For sure. Absolutely.
I'm trying to find a way to fit it into a puzzle for a game so that I can just be like, I can put this knowledge to use now that I have this useless quarantine hobby knowledge.
Amazing.
I did weird shit during
Infernal
quarantine,
as
man.
German. Yeah, that's a good point, Rob. Infernal is basically German.
I love it.
Or at least that's what Rob was thinking. I would agree.
I like that as German, yeah. I think a little bit more harsher, more on like the yick and the like.
Yeah,
ach.
the pronunciations of things kind of feels like it would be.
Yeah.
In a similar thread.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, so this was a really cool character that we made. I'm honestly, I feel like the 3 that we've made could be in a party.
That'd be an interesting party. A swashbuckler rogue,
It would be an interesting time.
a scout rogue, and a hexblade warlock.
It would have to be before Quilliam became evil, I think.
Yeah.
The journey to Quilliam becoming evil, maybe. I don't know.
So maybe they're all, because they're all the party that finds Quilliam in the Feywild, and then they take Quilliam back to the material plane, and they all adventure and stuff for a little while, and then they go to the party.
There's got to be like a. I feel like there's got to be some sort of like wealthy character in the party that like is the one who is connected to the mansion.
Maybe
party.
Next week we'll roll.
Maybe next week we'll roll a rich character.
Yeah, maybe we'll roll a noble. I have very few nobles because most of their personality traits and stuff are super like snooty, and it makes me like I hate it. Yeah, maybe we'll roll a noble next week. Yeah,
and also I don't know if you're. By the way, friends, we post stuff. Oh, start streaming a game where all the player. Honestly, I would love to stream a game of just the characters we've made. Eventually, I would love to do that. That would be super fun.
That's definitely something we want to do.
Continue to hang out with us. Tell your friends. Bring a friend. And then eventually, when we've made like a nice bucket of characters, maybe when we get to a certain dice number, we'll roll and have someone come. And
we'll have a guest DM. Maybe we'll have some little guest players too who can like play some of our characters with us.
I think this is the first stream where we've had pretty low technical difficulties. I have so much wood around me.
Oh my gosh.
But I think that in the future we could definitely do that once we figure out how. It would be so fun and spicy and cool.
We just have to make a couple more characters.
Yeah,
and figure that out.
If you didn't know, we have the Twitters. We posted the 4 names, so if you haven't voted for the name that you like for the dragons, vote. I don't know when we'll like close and decide. I might leave it up for like a day or two just to make sure people have time to go vote. And
follow
us on Twitter. It's cute. Follow us on Instagram because even though we don't really use Instagram aside from for this, we put really cute doodly guys on there, and McKaylee draws our characters, and we post that.
I'm going to attempt to draw Eep as her war self, and then also as the amazing and wonderful Esperanza. So if you would like to see what McKaylee's brain thinks Eep looks like, that'll probably be posted on Friday. So go follow us on Instagram so you can see what this wonderful character we've all made together looks like.
And let's just transition back to just the 2 of us because we're just chatting and stuff.
Are you gonna do the sounds with me, or am I going to be alone on
I'm gonna do the sounds with you, okay? Just tell me when.
Ready, go.
Huh? I hate you so much, Kaylee. God. Don't betray me like that.
Are you kidding me? You did it first, bitch.
I did it on accident. I was genuinely just listening to you. Like, honest to God, I was just like, my brain was empty. I don't know what to say. Michaela, you had the brain cell, okay? You had the brain cell. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
I'm
sorry, I'm not sharing.
Follow us on the Twitters and the Instagrams. And you'll see cute stuff.
We're
because
adorable.
we're cute.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's all at anddragons. We also post these videos on YouTube if you ever want to go watch some of our earlier videos, or we have a cute little trailer that we made. Those are all on our YouTube, which is Blank and Dragons.
Because every episode that we upload is the blank is filled in.
What are we gonna name this week? Kobolds and Dragons? Eeps and Dragons.
Eeps and Dragons.
What if we did that?
Maybe.
That'd be cute.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I think it's cute.
So far we have frogs and dragons and hobgoblins and dragons.
Hobgobs.
Hobgobs.
Anytime I see the word hobgoblin, my brain thinks
Hobgob.
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 Hobgob corn on the cob. And then I zone out like I just did.
I'm here for it.
I can't. That's all. That's the only thing that goes through my brain is that.
Yeah.
Which, sure.
I love it. I think. Well, we've made a character. We've talked about our dragon name, which if you don't end up following us on social media, which you should, we will announce in next week's stream what name won. But go follow us on social media and maybe we'll tell you there. If you want to know in the meantime.
Yeah, if you want to stay updated on what we're doing and what I'm thinking on Twitter.
Claire has lots of thoughts.
Listen, we're doing a tech goodbye right now. Didn't know is where you start to say goodbye and then 30 minutes go by and you're still still going through the goodbyes. But also, we really enjoy hanging out with y'all and we're having a great time. So I think that's maybe why we're just like lingering.
Well, I don't know. I am so happy that we started doing this, and I absolutely love hanging out with you guys and telling y'all all of our dumb D&D stories and rolling for weird characters and trying to make them make sense. So
They do make sense. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes. I think every week is going to end with a Texas goodbye. So
yeah. So
get used to it. I guess that's all I can say. Howdy from Texas, bitches.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Let's go. Oh my gosh, I went to a game the other day and I wore my cowboy boots and this girl pointed at me because she was from Pennsylvania and she was like, "That girl's wearing cowboy boots." And I was like, "Yes, bitch. Yes. I'm from Texas. Shut the fuck up." It was great.
Casual.
Yeah. It's fine.
Casual vibes.
Great times. I also got free socks.
I think we should go to sleep, Michaela.
I know. I'm just so excited. Okay. You're right. Okay. Thank you, guys. And we'll see you next week, 7 p.m. on Tuesday.
Or whatever time you tuned in, whatever time zone you're in, it's 7 p.m. CST.
That's true. We should say the time zone.
Yep. Yep.
Time isn't real. Time is an illusion.
Yeah,
and we live in a virtual reality.
3.5 hours earlier than this time is when we start.
Time is an illusion. Very money. Buy gold. Sorry.
Where are we? Just like time isn't real. The internet isn't real, so we're in the internet.
Are we on the internet? Oh my gosh, I can't take that. Wow.
Okay, we love you all so much. Follow us on the places to get updates.
Yes.
Have a good night or good day or good good time.
If you forget what our things are, or us saying it out loud, it'll be posted in just a second. You'll be able to see what our social medias are.
It's also on our About page, but
it is
either way. Good night. Goodbye,
Good night.
Fred.
Good
We'll
night.
see you next week.